Mia.
Hello! And happy
Hello.
first day!
Friday.
Welcome on it! Piss off! Are you stealing my thunder? I had a whole little intro planned! Now it's all ruined!
No! Okay, restart. Go back to the first screen.
No!
Go back.
We're doing
Go
it
back.
live!
No. Go back. You can still, yeah.
We're
Let's
doing
go
it
to start
live.
stream screen.
Happy first day! Argo ruined it.
No, go back. Go back to the stream. No,
In this,
go back to the
on
first
this
screen.
channel, we live up to our choices.
No, we fix it live. Go back. Go back.
No.
Go back.
Alrighty then. Hello, gang.
No, go back.
Look, no.
Mama.
Welcome back to Robotics Notes.
Friday.
Fuck off.
Friday, yes. Oh, that's no.
Anyway, welcome back
Oh,
to the stream.
so-
We're hanging
not so-
out. Yes?
Not so yay that Friday.
No, I'm not so yay right now because of you. Okay.
It's just fry
Yes, it sure is. So,
like a fried potatoes.
we're playing Robotics Notes. If I can get through a fucking sentence, that is.
I told you we can go back.
No! You're gonna have to live with your choices, Argo!
No, that's not my choice, that's your choice. I'm just telling you, it's not correct.
You can't just skirt responsibilities like that, Argo. You have to take responsibility
Of what?
for what you have done.
I did nothing.
That's part of the problem, Argo. You have to face reality.
Yeah, I did nothing bad.
You have to face the reality of what you did, Argo. Only then will you be free. Only then will you know freedom.
Is this what one calls projecting, or?
No.
Mm-hmm.
Shh.
Huh?
The first bell of the morning rings as we exit the bus and head for the entrance. Akiho doesn't even bother opening her umbrella as she steps off the bus and makes a dash for the entrance. Oh shit. Oh right, I need to change the screenshot button before I forget.
Can you just set it on something that didn't leave it like...
No, because whichever one I fucking pick with this game, it's gonna suck. Because I can't use the numpad, and I can't use any of those 6 buttons. That means I'll have to use... I don't know, it's not gonna be good.
Gonna be like, I can't use those buttons and show picture of a whole keyboard.
I want to use the buttons on a specific side, and I can't because they're all taken by this stupid game. They're all stolen. Stolen, I say. She briefly turns back to me, but I wave her off with my hand. I'm sure they'll let it slide if I'm just a few minutes late. I stroll to the entrance by myself. At that moment... I'm about to get murdered, aren't I? I hear the strange shout of a girl and stop cold. That voice came from the gymnasium, didn't it? The door's still open, so I take a look. I see a lone girl inside. The first bell already rang, so what's she doing? What is she doing? I have no idea what this pose means. Can you tell me, Argo? What does it mean?
You don't understand martial arts?
There's nobody else around. The judo club uses the gym for morning practice, so I assume she was one of them, but there's no judogi in sight. On closer inspection, I recognize her small animal-like stature, short haircut, and boyish baby face. I'm pretty sure she's one of my classmates. What's her name? I can't remember. I don't think we've ever really spoken to each other. I look for the tag information on my Pokecom. Oh, right. She's Daitoku Junna. Now I remember. We were in the same class last year. And she's in the karate club? Yeah, that matches up. She must be doing a kata right now. She silently, yet furiously repeats a series of defensive body movements. The combination of precise movement and silence creates a unique sense of tension in the air. Homegirl is stressed, dude. This is what we call stress relief. To comical music. The speed at which she moves her fists is hard to follow by eye, and her occasional jump kicks are razor sharp. Maybe it's because she looks like a little boy. Or katas like this no matter who does them. Anyhow, why she's practicing at a time like this, and in her school uniform no less. Why is everyone in these games just weird? She lets out a kind of cute shout as she thrusts her fist in front of her. She straightens out and bows. I guess she's done. She wipes the sweat from her brow like she's just finished a hard day's work and turns to exit the gymnasium. That's when she notices me.
Oh.
Our eyes meet.
Oh, you were supposed to check Tweepo.
Tweepo. Which button was tweep?
Tweep button. With tweeps.
Okay. Pin cash, no problem. Homie, what? Thanks, hehe. I don't even know what this was about. I'm glad I finished homework in time. I still have a place to go home to, and nothing could make me happier. Better get better grades. Okay. I was thinking of this one before, but you should stop watching Make Anime while you study. Please do go back to what you're talking about. I got too hyped and watched episode 24 of Gunroll this morning. It's raining. Meet at the— oh, he even— that's fun. That he even tweets without us.
Yeah, well done.
Oh. Sorry. my instinct is to click escape, but—
little feisty there, that's just like...
Visitor reception. Okay. There it is. Junna. Age 17, blood type O, Masuda Nakatane Kumage District, Kagoshima Chuo, Tanegi. You're free, class 1. Jesus.
Where is it?
Ugh. 2 natural summoning time, 7 to 18. Neat. Whee! Oh. Okay, phone, Kagoshima Pita, Ritual, Tanegashima. Interesting. I keep doing it! I'm sorry, it's right click. Not escape. But my instinct is to plop on the escape button. Just like plop, 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 plop. And it always kills me. I'm sorry. To be honest, we aren't familiar enough to exchange morning greetings. Heck, I have no idea if she even knows who I am. But now that we've clearly made eye contact, I can't just walk away without saying anything. I decide to greet her. She seems to remember my name at least. Then go to class, you idiot! Both of you, go to class! Do your homework, whatever. What the hell? Come on, like, really? She starts squirming, her face bright red. She looks even more like a small animal now. Oh.
This dialogue.
She's like, it's so embarrassing, but why? Like, I would also be a little bit like, but why? Like, it's literally like, oh, I was caught playing basketball in the gym. How embarrassing.
But like Kaito literally plays like a comedy duo.
Yeah,
like,
he does. For some reason, we stand around silently for a while. The comedy duo has ended. This is really awkward.
それより予令なっちゃったよ。早く行かなきゃ。先生来ちゃう。
ああ、そうだった。
じゃあ、先行くね。
Daito Kojuna says that and hurriedly runs off toward the entrance. Her steps are light like she has springs on her feet. From behind, she looks like a junior high boy wearing a sailor uniform. It's kind of charming. If you're bisexual, just own it. Like, real. Okay, I will say, this is way less annoying than what Okabe was doing. This is like the opposite. He's like, she kind of looks like a high school boy like that. Interesting. Like, homie, just admit you're kind of gay. Come on. Oh, that's so funny. I glance outside the window and see no sign of the rain stopping. It's been coming down hard since this morning. It's a little chilly in short sleeves. But hey, it's finally lunchtime. I watch my classmates pull their lunches out from their bags. Get any tweepos? Pro tip, the atmosphere in the teacher's lounge is intense. Staying quiet in the corner is the way to go, seriously. You don't get it. I'll show you next time. You're gonna explain, can you do it in another 10 seconds verbally? Okay, 1-1. Today I gotta pick up parts from Doc. I have to go on the Thunder Emperor again. Let's go. I do it again? That was the save button, actually. Eto.
F5? I don't know.
Yeah.
No,
it's load. Then it's then it's F4. No. F6. Yeah.
I just want to say, it's kind of hilarious that it feels every time you try to interact with UI, it feels like you're trying to disarm a bomb. You know?
I have to tell you, okay? The specific way that Science Adventure does their fucking UIs, not their UIs, their controls, it's driving me nuts.
No, the keyboard controls are weird. That's why
it's the same for every game, but it's different from every other game in the same genre. The fact that escape is exit game is driving me insane.
They natively never support keyboard and mouse. It was always freaking console like game.
Exactly. And it's like to have escape be exit game when in every other game of this genre it means exit menu. It's driving me nuts. Just have it be all the and all the 4 is still a thing.
Listen, Leah, it could be worse. They could not give you a message if you're sure.
Yeah. But it's, yeah. Anyway.
I guess you want to quit the game.
Anyway. The class rep stands in front of the blackboard. I'll be collecting money for lunches now. Now, what should I do? It's raining, but I'm thinking I'll just grab some bread at Misuka-san's store and...
普通科3年2組ロボット研究部の瀬宮明穂さんと八代海斗君は至急職員室に来なさい。
Ah, yabai! We're
繰り
getting...
返します。
What's happening?
普通科3年2組ロボット研究部の瀬宮明穂さんと八代海斗君は至急
Didn't
職
pay taxes.
何それ。
I'm momentarily dumbfounded by the sudden broadcast. Akio quickly stands up from her seat. When our eyes meet, she flashes me a triumphant grin.
時は来た。
そのリアクションはどうかと思うよ。
Yeah.
あきちゃん
Our classmates are giving us weird looks.
一体何やらかしたんだ。ついにロボ部に配布宣告なんじゃないか。配布される前に教頭と勝負してきたらどうよ。
Ignoring their heckling, I shrug my shoulders as I exit the classroom. Like it's kind of like one of those things. Like Kaito's kind of an asshole, and his classmates are kind of assholes, so they mesh perfectly, you know. Because Kaito is kind of an ass, And he seems to brush off the teasing, so clearly he's just as bad as them, honestly. Time to go. Akio follows after me. Her expression is bursting with energy. It wouldn't be far off to say her entire body is glowing and that her eyes are shining with hope.
今の放送の声、教頭の臼井先生だよね。
さあね、あんまりヒスってなかったからわかんないな。
これって間違いなく部費の件だよ。教頭先生、ようやく会ってくれる気になったんだ。たぎってきた。
No, they're gonna get told to disband. Yeah.
っていうか、なんで俺まで呼び出されるんだろう。
Not fair.
ロボ部だからに決まってるでしょ。さあ、行くよ。
Not fair, not fair. Sorry, this music is... I followed the high-spirited Akiho to the faculty room, gently running my hand over my stomach. Couldn't this have waited till after I had lunch? Akio yanks open the door vigorously and announces her arrival in a loud voice, barging into the faculty room shortly after. I politely nod to the faculty around us and follow her inside. As I explained, this whole thing started with Akio. In April, there was a student council meeting. Club budgets were to be determined there, so Akio attended and demanded a tenfold increase to our funding. I did my best to stop her beforehand, but despite the club being a shadow of its former self, it was well funded. Other clubs complained about it all the time. Akio just had to go and throw oil onto the fire. She refused to back down, and naturally the council had enough of it. Akio got in trouble once the VP caught wind, and things got worse as she started making her demands directly to her. She wasn't the least bit repentant either. In the end, the VP went ballistic. And so here we are, with all funding to the Robotics Club on indefinite hold. Pretty definitive message of cool your heads for the time being. And that about sums up the current state of affairs. She doesn't seem... She's like, this bitch ain't listening! The vice principal looks at Akio and responds with silence. Her intensity alone makes me want to get the heck out of here. Yeah.
She's the type.
Yeah. When's Principal Usui started working at this school 4 years ago. She seems like a very uptight, stubborn mom who'd be obsessed with her kids' education, the type that doesn't smile much and is ridiculously strict with her students. During assembly, she loves to bark orders hysterically at the student body using the mic on stage. People here are fairly easygoing, which makes her pretty unusual. Then again, I guess there are some faculty members who don't live on the island. Nevertheless, the vice principal looks as menacing as always today. It's extremely clear to me that she's in an awful mood. I don't think this is gonna go well, as Akio seems to believe. I feel like they're gonna get told to disband and they're gonna have to... You know what this tells me? Get the fuck out of here, you little bitch. That's the kind of... Yeah. Akio's words and actions, while innocent, are putting me on edge. Who knows when the vice principal's gonna flip her lid at this point. Yeah.
では、あなたが正当だと考える非常識な部費請求の理由について改めて聞きましょうか。
The fact that she's not getting angry is scary in and of itself.
Yeah.
She normally starts squawking at us right about now, but this calmness makes me feel like she's in control. Exactly.
改めてと言っているのですよ。
That's what the word again.
Akiho flashes me a troubled expression for just a moment, straightens up her back and starts explaining. Remembered the button.
Nice.
Fictional, short for Tokyo Expo 2020, Dream Creation Expo. The event is scheduled to run from February to September 2020. It is the third largest international exposition in Japan after the Osaka Expo and the Aichi Expo. Having successfully attracted people to the expo, the Tokyo Metropolitan Government aims to launch a bold project that will rebuild the city, including reinforcing all buildings to withstand even the highest magnitude of earthquakes. However, even with this project in place, it would still be impossible to repair the downtown area and the worn-down Shuto Expressway within the next 10 years. As a result, most of the redevelopment project was directed towards the Bay Area. Due to this, the Bay Area, the area near Odaiba and Toyosu specifically, was inevitably chosen as the location of the expo, and the large expanse of reclaimed land has been prepared for use as the venue. Although the expo revolves around a general theme, the one that attracts most attention is the world-renowned robotic technology section. Due to countries from around the world focusing solely on their robotics presentations, the expo has been colloquially referred to as the Robot Expo as of 2019. The production of giant robots was previously impossible, but with the recent success of mass-produced carbon nanotubes and graphene, a large section of giant robots are expected to make an appearance at the 2020 expo. The Robot Expo currently plans to hold a contest that will crown the #1 robot in the world out of all the expo entrants. Additionally, the 2020 expo is allowing for entries from regular attendees, which is highly unusual for an exposition.
今回の万博は別名ロボット万博って言われてるくらいで、世界中のロボットが集まってくると予想されてるんです。で、ここからが重要なんですけど、万博期間中に全ての出展作品を対象にコンテストが行われます。そして最終的にグランプリが選ばれる、世界で最も優秀で洗練されたロボットが決まるわけです。しかも今回の万博はこれまでと違って一般参加が許されてます。コンテストの対象にもなります。というわけでうちらロボ部はこの東京万博に正義の巨大ロボット頑張れる試作1号機で出場します。
Like, I swear to God, she doesn't, the fact that she, like, I get it. I get it, but like, come on. Be realistic.
でもあれを完成させるには今の部費じゃ全然足りなくて、半年後の完成に間に合わせるには少しでも多くのお金をつぎ込むしかないわけで。
Yep, this is Akiho's reasoning. She's determined to enter our club into the Tokyo Expo. This is one dream she absolutely refuses to budge on. Hell, I want to support her too if possible, but there are quite a few hurdles in the way.
瀬宮さん、あなた何も反省してませんわね。今説明した内容は以前と何も変わっていないじゃありませんこと。
当然です。
万博に出たいからお金をくださいなんて言い分が通用すると思っているのですか。
She makes a very good point.
ましてやロボ部はここ最近結果を出していない。あの図体ばかり大きいロボットだって
正義の巨大ロボット頑張れる試作1号機、通
あ、
称
そう
はガンツク1です。
You are not helping! You are not helping! You are not helping by doing this either!
No, you
何で
you
もよ
don't
ろしいです
understand.
そのロボットだって
You will not misgender my robot!
続けているのに完成する見込みはないのでしょう。
Because of the budget.
だからそれをあと半年で完成させるために部費を。
2人しか部員がいないのではここで部費を出しても無駄に終わるに決まっています。
Yeah.
Very valid.
そんなことないです。必ず完成させます。
根拠はありますの？
根性で。
That's not an argument.
No, especially not with the bureaucratics of like any system, especially the school system. Guess what? The school system will just say no. They'll just say no, okay? Like, it sucks.
Also-
but they'll say no for
also-
no reason.
Then-
But
then
especially if you have a
to
bet.
ask-
Yeah.
Also, have to ask, okay, then why do you need money if the sheer willpower is enough? You know?
Yeah, that too. Like, also, why aren't you trying any other avenues of collecting money? Like, you're fucking teenagers making a lemonade stand, like something. Like, why aren't you being proactive in any way? Like that's the thing, right? That is, in my opinion, Akiho's biggest, like, I guess, fatal mistake. Is that she's actually, like, yeah, she goes to the gun build every day and uses oil or whatever the fuck. But what is she actively doing to change her situation, except for that? Nothing. She's just bothering someone else to solve the problem. Right now. Like, that's what she's doing right now, specifically.
お話になりません。そもそもあんな大きなロボットである必要はないでしょう。もっと学生らしい身の丈に合ったものを作るべきですわ。それなら瀬宮さんが要求したような過剰な部品も必要なくなり。
それでもガンツクワンはロボ部の汗と涙の結晶なんです。あの子を万博に持っていくのがうちの夢なんだ。これは絶対に譲れません。
わからない子ですね。
Yeah.
認めたくないものだな。自分自身の若さゆえの過ちというものを。
Akiho?
She's impossible.
No, but no. Like not only is she impossible. You want to know what I have to say about this? How about you don't use quotes that make you look bad? Because you wanna know who the youth in this case is. It's you, Akiho. Your mistake is the fact that you had time. She's a third year too. She had time. But it is actually true. She is too obsessed with fucking Gundam that she doesn't actually focus on her project. You can talk because okay, and I'm not claiming to be standing on some high horse. I have the exact same problem. This dream to do a lot of things, but if you don't actually do anything, you're not gonna get anywhere, okay? Like 2 years ago, when I had a bunch of ideas in my head and all of the ability to put them down, I just sat here like womp womp. I can't draw, so therefore I shouldn't even try. Okay, maybe that wasn't like hello Lynn, welcome. Okay, so maybe it was more like, I would say maybe more like 3 years ago than 2 years ago, but it was a couple of years ago. I had that mindset like womp womp. I forgot how cute you sound. I'm just ranting my ass. I'm ranting my ass off and you call me cute. I can't.
You're cute when you're ranting.
Thank you, Argo.
What a perfect one.
Yeah. Me when I talk to Argo. Me when I'm... Yeah, you're possibly endeared. No.
You're cute.
No, you're ganging up on me.
It's a double flank attack. Ninja command.
Now I'm just blushing. Oh my god, you guys! I can't get over you guys. Come on.
Who's that cute tomato here?
But yeah, no. What I wanted to say is that I was sitting down my ass complaining about, well, I can't draw, so I shouldn't even do it. And now here I am a few years later, and guess what? I could draw if I just started drawing. So what I'm saying is, it's all good to have these dreams and all your ideas, but you also actually need to like do something. Like even if it's not a lot, like something. You know, you have the power. Even someone like me. Like, yeah.
I have to complain. Like I'm terrible at flying a plane.
I'm not a scientist. I'm just a helicopter pilot. I'm sorry. I'm making like the weirdest references.
Did you put your glasses?
What?
Did you put your glasses like Aki?
I mean, I always have glasses on.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun.
Does that mean you're doing a bit all the time?
Yes. My entire existence is bit. You look away and I just puff out of existence. You know, like I'm just like ah.
Ah. Nulpo.
Get the stream.
Where are you? Where the hell are you? Lune! Lune! Damn. With the clap of your asterisk alert to the guards. Okay, I think you have a drummer. There is a drummer in the room.
Boom!
Or a hyena? Oh, hello. New stream, who this?
Oh my god. Potato.
Hi.
なんですって？
アキちゃんどさくさに紛れて何言ってんの？
I know Akiho can get emotional. I know plenty well how strong her feelings are for the Robotics Club. But this isn't how we win over the vice principal. The two of them glare at one another. If I'm not careful, there's no doubt I'll get dragged into it too. The teachers seem to agree as the faculty room is silent.
では瀬宮さん、こうしましょう。
Okay, so she's gonna give us a bet. Okay. Unexpectedly, the one to break the silence is the vice
Probably
principal.
impossible one.
研究部としてまず結果を出しなさい。
Yeah.
結果？
ロボ部創設当時、あなたのお姉さんはまず結果を出して同好会を正式な部へと昇格させたのですから。あなたもそれに習うべきでしょう。
Oh crap, I got a bad feeling about this.
長深田先生。
Nagafkata sensei. No shit, nobody, everyone.
はい。
Hi! It sounded the vice principal's sharp
yeah.
voice. Michi, dozing off of his own seat, jumps to his feet.
This is
Yeah.
it is when your boss caught you with your pants down.
He's like, hi! But boss, I'm still taking a shit, please, boss! Not now!
Your break is over.
Yeah.
京都先生、なんでしょう。
My boss makes $1, I make a dime, that's why I shit on company time. You know the meme. Remember it well, soldiers.
Yeah, true.
先日先生がおっしゃっていたロボットの大会についてもう一度説明してください。
I'm guessing it's like a more small scale one, probably.
再来週の日曜日に東京でロボワンが開催されます。
Oh.
In 2 weeks.
もちろ
In
ん
2 weeks.
瀬宮さんたちもご存知ですね。
Robo One is a hobby robot competition. Entrants from all over Japan pit their robots against one another in combat. Its history goes back over 15 years, and due to the robot boom, broadcasts of Robo One get high viewership ratings. The year that the Robotics Club began as a student association, they won the championship in their debut appearance. That victory is what the vice principal was referencing earlier. That was a great thing that Misane did, convincing the school to promote the association into a club. Although these days it's just some past glory that will mean forever out of reach.
それに出ろと？
その通りです。ただし出るだけではなく優勝してください。
Yeah.
This is like hobby robot competition in 2 weeks, and you need to win.
Yes.
Easy Tokyo.
Yes.
So it's a national.
However, what Akiho was trying to do, we have to put this into perspective. This is a harsh ask, I get it. However, what Akiho is asking for money for is, I want to compete literally with the Amazon. Okay? In a robot competition. Yeah, Robo One is like, but that's a hobby robot championship, which means there's gotta be a bunch of kids, there's gotta be a bunch of soloists, etc. There's gotta be a bunch of hobbyists, right? Which means that it's still more realistic. When she says that she wants to go to Tokyo Expo, she's saying, I want to compete against Amazon's robot budget. She's being just as unrealistic. If she can't win this, she's not going to Tokyo Expo. It's that easy. Like, I honestly think that this is the kind of smack in the head she needs. Because if you can't accomplish this, then you're done for.
それが結果を出すということですわ。
Yep. And I do think that
結
she's
果を
being...
出したなら瀬宮さんの請求している部費について学校としてもきちんと検討しましょう。
Because to be real, if she can't finish a small robot for fighting in 2 weeks, then she also can't finish a Gundam in 6 months. That's not that many weeks. You think it's a long time, it's not. Okay, 6 months will pass like this. Especially if she also has to go to school every day. You know, she's not like doing full-time work, just this.
ただしもし優勝できなかった場合は
Disband. They're gonna have to disband the club. The Archprincipal clears her throat, seemingly creating a dramatic pause on purpose.
即刻ロボ部は廃部とします。
I see, so that's her aim, eh? Pretty underhanded tactics for an adult, I gotta say.
あなたたちが作っているあの大きなロボットもスクラップとして処分させてもらいますからね。
To be fair, I'm pretty sure that in most cases in Japan, a club does need more than 3 members to actually be a club. So, they've actually gotten a lot of slack. She's not really being underhanded. They've just gotten way more slack. Like, they should have been disbanded.
いや、それはさすがに。
やります。
What?
優勝すればいいんですね。約束しましたよ。絶対に守ってくださいよ。
もちろんですわ。ロボ部こそ条件はきちんと守りなさい。
That's impossible. Robo 1 isn't the same as when Misane competed. Plus, neither me nor Akiho have ever been in a competition like that. In other words, this whole situation was manufactured specifically to crush us.
優勝はさすがに。
話は以上です。
She swats me down like a fly. You were the one who, like, Akiho was the one who kept fucking approaching her, you know? She invited this situation to happen. I see this only as hubris. I look toward Michi for help. However, he's standing at attention and grimacing. Wait, are his eyes closed? Great. Our teacher has completely surrendered to the VP. Of course he has. That's her boss. What a useless advisor.
失礼します。
Akiho bows deeply and exits with squared shoulders.
失礼しました。
I leave the savage atmosphere of the faculty room and take a deep breath. This is real bad, I think to myself as I rub my exceedingly empty stomach. Akio still has a stern expression on her face, standing with her fists clenched tight. I don't want Akio to push herself too hard. Neither of us are in the physical condition for that.
アキちゃん、とりあえずさ、お腹空かない？
絶対勝つ。
Okay, so they'll start.
無理でしょ。いくらなんでも。
How could we possibly just show up and win? I saw a couple clips of the New Year's Eve tourney online and the robots were all incredible. Robo 1 isn't something you can just join and win on a whim. We have literally nothing working in our favor right now.
無理だってアキちゃん。ゴーノーゴー判断はノーゴーだ。
I repeat myself just to confirm it.
ロボ部はもう終わりさ。ここまでよく持った方だよ。
I want Akio to give up. There's nothing wrong with taking it easy.
諦めたら叶う夢も叶わなくなるよ。
だってそもそもホビーロボットなんて俺たち持ってないでしょ。
おお。
I can tell by the look on her face that she's finally realized that simple fact.
本当に何も考えずに共闘の条件を飲んだわけね。
カイ、どうしたらいいかな。
She's not even arrogant enough to just say, yeah, I can do this. I can program a robot in 2 weeks.
Like, oh shit.
Oh shit, there's actually consequences for the things I say and do. No way. Like, I'm sorry. She'd have to be 17, almost 18 years old, right? At some point, someone needs to teach her consequences. Like it feels like she hasn't been fed any consequences, and riding off the coattails of the fact that her sister is really good at stuff. Which I know that invites an inferiority complex, and I'm sure we're gonna be diving into that at some point based on what we've seen so far. However, she also has to realize how fucking coddled she's been because of it, right? Oh, your sister's good at stuff, so we'll cut you some slack, basically, right?
Yeah.
Because she's basically a celebrity at the school. That does give Akiho preferential treatment.
いや、俺に聞かれてもね。
やる気なし人間。このままじゃ廃部なのに。ダメだ。諦めない。大丈夫。なんとかなる。うちは無駄に前向きなのが唯一の取り柄なんだから。
Akio slaps both of her cheeks in an attempt to pump herself up as she tries to convince herself it'll be okay. That's not got. In the middle of the hallway, she suddenly thrusts her fist into the air.
ほらカイも一緒に疾風怒涛の
いや
Yeah!
やってよ
Not happening. It's way too embarrassing. Sure enough, everyone around us is looking at us and smirking. Some recognize us as the Robotics Club and immediately understand.
俺に一緒にやらせたいならキルバラで勝負
しないし
しなくていいなら俺昼飯買ってくるからあんじゃ
My stomach is at its limit, so I leave Akio and hurry off.
元気一発頑張れ
Despite what she says, I don't really see much spirit. Yeah. I open my umbrella and make my way toward the convenience store.
夢ね
Akio's dream is to enter Gun Barrel Prototype Model 1 into the expo and win the grand prize. It's fine to have dreams, but right now we're basically just frogs in a well. Hell, even with that well, we're still failures.
そりゃ夢は叶うのが一番だけどさ
Like I feel like perhaps like Kaito and Akio are kind of like troublesomely on both ends of a spectrum where you should be more in the middle. Like I feel like them meeting more in the middle would help, you know? Like he doesn't have any motivation at all, and she has apparently a lot of he has no dreams at all, and she has all the dreams and none of the execution. Like, which is great. Like, it's great to have a dream, and it's obviously, but also like you also have to like work towards the dream. You can't just be like,
hype man.
yeah, you can't just hype yourself up and then not doing anything. For instance, if I want to be better as a VTuber and want to work towards it, I have to stream. I can't just not stream and then just be like, oh, why am I not famous? You know? I mean, I'm just saying, like, you also have to do stuff. And, you know, I'm working on also, like, my other activities, like my social media and stuff. It's not perfect, but I am working. Starting to hope that I can edit some videos when I get some downtime, stuff like that. But
I
it's
tried
just like,
nothing and it didn't work out.
yeah, exactly. I tried doing nothing and it didn't work out. Damn. Yeah. But yeah, like it's kind of like it's still relatable. Like I'm not saying that Akio is like a terrible person, but it's also just like, yeah. But if everyone's dreams came true, I don't feel like the world could keep turning. Only a handful of people can make their dreams come true. The overwhelming majority of people in the world have no choice but to give up on their dreams. I'm no exception to the rule. Akio was willing to push herself to the limit from the very beginning. She's the type who charges into things headfirst without even considering her own health. The club president's been that way since forever. That's why I want nothing more than to hold her back by her collar and stop her from going any further.
腹減った
Wait, the bell's ringing? Is lunch break already over? I don't have time to go to Misuka-san's store.
なっちゃうよな
As soon as I complain, my stomach growls again and I dejectedly return to the classroom hungry. After school, I plant myself firmly in the empty classroom and munch on some bread while diving deep into Kill Ballad. Ding dong, ping pong. Have you guys... Oh, not X. There you go. I'm not gonna lose. No, I am losing. Joseph will prevail. I can't fight on an empty stomach. I'm hungry. 5th and 6th periods of hell. On my way to Doc's place, Michi's driving is rough. Gonna hurl before I get to Robot Clinic. Played 1 hour 13-1. Yeah. Oh, I thought I was gonna get killed by that glare. I won't stop the students taking risks, but please don't let the fire come this way. Man, I can't get anything done after importing Genki-kun bot and Rosetta-tan bot into the Pokecom, lol. These guys are annoying, lol. I'm the one who proclaimed them, lol. Wee, lol. The way they've translated his tweets are so dumb. Wee, lol. Like this map is killing me. This map is crazy, bro. That's the airport. Yeah, that's quite the drive. And that's the robot clinic. This is where they live. Yeah. Yeah, so they're basically driving like the opposite direction and then back home. Oof. It's the crazy detail on that. After school, I planned myself. Yeah, I tried to kill better. Akio went out for Michi somewhere and hasn't come back. During our afternoon classes, she seems to be not really all there. I hope she's okay. As the only other member of the Robotics Club, I should really be there for Akiho, but... in truth, I don't actually want to help. Whoops. This is clearly a trap laid by the VP. We have no way of coming out on top in this, so my efforts will be wasted. See, this is what I mean, right? Like, Akiho is being unrealistic about her... well, somewhat unrealistic about her own abilities. Kaito just gives up before even trying. That's also a problem. Like, it can't hurt to be realistic, but don't knock it before you try. If you try and then fail, you can be like, oh, that sucks. But to say that just because you didn't succeed, or everything you did is pointless, is stupid. Okay? It's the same reason, it's the same thing as people say, like, if you have a relationship with someone, and then, like, you stop being friends, or if it's a romantic one, you break up, then it's like, oh, all of these years have been wasted. Well, no. Not really. I mean, if it was a good relationship, at least. I don't think your years were wasted. That's kind of being a little mean to yourself, I think. You know? It wasn't wasted. You probably had some good times too, you know? And it's okay. It's okay if it doesn't last forever. Like, this idea that, like, if you get in a relationship with someone that has to last forever or it's pointless, is kind of like... I feel like it's really souring. Sometimes you just have a friend or... a partner, and then you're together for some years, and then maybe you grow apart, or you get, like, there's some differences, and then you aren't friends or partners anymore, and that's fine. Like, that's life. That doesn't mean you wasted your life. Like, come on. Between matches, I stretch out and cast my gaze out the window. Also because, like, people change, you know? Like, I'm different than I was, like, 5 years ago. So, like, sometimes that means that you end up not being friends with some people, and then you maybe find new friends, because, you know, the life. Huge raindrops fall from the sky relentlessly. I'm certain Akiho isn't just gonna take this sitting down, so I need to come up with a plan on my own. But either way, my number one priority is to keep Akiho from pushing herself too hard. Oh. That sounds like a good idea. Ugh. At the end of the day, it's common for people to keep putting off the problems that are right in front of them. Ah. I can't help but voice my thoughts. Since it's lunch break, I'm chowing down on some food while looking over a hobby robot site. It's a URL that Akiho sent, but I recoil in my seat just looking at some of the numbers on the screen. These prices aren't something a high school student can afford. The cheapest one is around 30,000 yen. When you look at the high end, some robots go for over 200,000. Akio had already finished her own lunch and stands imposingly in front of my desk as she explains. Yeah. Well, how my Twitter going? The exoskeleton company is currently running a campaign to celebrate 3 million Hog Series units sold. During the campaign, 10,000 yen cashback. Yay. Meeting at the bus stop. Gotcha. What's Gai Gaugar this morning? I'm trying to think of what that's a reference to. That you can live anywhere if you have mecha anime, Aki-chan. Sorry. Click escape again. Akiho looks up at the ceiling in grief. The bottleneck is the lack of time before the competition. We don't even have time to work part-time jobs. Akio starts messing up my hair again. Ow! 2 strands of my hair fall into the rice in my lunchbox. No! Not in the lunchbox! Not my rice! No! Ah, this is hell! Aki-chan! You slave driver! I quietly plucked them out with my fingertips. Oh, the shame! Oh, the shame! The shame!
飯時はよせ。
なんでカイはすぐ諦める方に持ってこうとするわけ？もっとあがこうよ。
手っ取り早くどうにかする方法でも思いついたなら、そういうポジティブ思考でもいいけどね。
思いついたから言ってるの。
Akio puffs up her chest in pride. So that explains her happy-go-lucky mood this morning.
じゃあ部長さん、その方法とやらを教えてくださいよ。
Lemonade stand!
知りたいならキルバラでうちに勝つことだね。
Really?
Akiko, I think you forgot why this works.
Yeah.
いいよ。アキちゃんをひとひねりにするくらいわけないし。
単なるカイの真似だってば。
Come on, girl. Girl. I shrug my shoulders and pop a rolled egg into my mouth. Ow.
それでは教えます。ズバリ名誉部長を復活させる。
Who?
Honorary press.
End up accidentally swallowing the barely chewed egg.
どう？ナイスアイデアでしょ？
名誉部長ってまさか部室に飾ってある種菓子マシンさんのこと？
Oh.
もちろん。かつてのロボワンウィナー9年ぶりの復活。たぎるよね。
She's giving me an aneurysm. Akio thrusts her fist towards the ceiling and her classmates shower her in cold glances. It's true that the robot is somewhat of a legend. It's Misane's brainchild and the very same robot that won Robo 1. And, oh, thank you, anime cutscene. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. It now decorates the club room and we call it the honorary press. But to be frank, it's an antique. Since the robot boom began 5 years ago, tech know-how has evolved. I doubt we could win a pre-boom with a pre-boom machine. Besides...
あれ動くの？
動かない。でもオーバーホールすれば動くかも。
Overhaul. Maintenance work on machinery including the disassembly, cleaning and replacing of parts to restore it to near mint condition. You need to do more than just overhaul. You can't just put the same parts back in and expect it to work. That would be like, let's see who downloads this file first and you show up with an iPhone free versus like a current machine, right? Like, yeah. Okay, 5 years ago. Which iPhone came out 5 years ago? I don't even know. That's like 2019. Let's see. $11. And we're at what today?
What's that?
Like 15! We're at the 15, so it's 4 generation back. Like, really? I don't think that's how, that's how any of this works. Especially with how exponentially things are growing in this time period. Like, I'm sorry, but I feel like... Well, I guess it's good that you have, like, a skeleton. Maybe it'll be faster. I don't know. I stuffed some sausage into my mouth, making sure to chew it properly and gulp it down. Yes. To be fair, she's just spent her time trying to get him into gun barrel and actually not trying to teach him how to do robotics. Like, come on! Come on! Be realistic, robot lady! This is Akiho we're talking about. She'll stubbornly try to fix that antique no matter what it takes. I'll just watch over her progress. After the sausage, I put a pickled plum in my mouth. We're like... This is like also like a comedy routine. Where it's like, is he, what's the next thing that Kai is gonna choke on? He is not doing good. Ain't no way. Sorry. I needed to charge thing. Its sour flavor spreads out over my tongue and I can't help but pucker my face in response. Akio suddenly bends forward toward me. She's too close.
Aki-chanさ、俺とキスでもしたいの。
いやいや
Yeah.
手伝ってくれてもいいでしょ。
買い物？
パーツとかの。
まあ、そのくらいなら。
あと貝のお弁当のうさぎリンゴ1個ちょうだい。
Man, I wish she could get a clue about how the people around her feel. You can't eat my apples! Those are my apples! Stay away from my apples! You monster! Hello!
種菓子マシンさんのマニュアル？
そう、ロボ部の荷物全部探したんだけどどこにもなくて。
Tanegashi machine. Sun. It sounds like they're calling it sun as in the honorific, but it's for the number 3. I find that kind of funny. After school in the faculty room, I crouched down and snuck my way between the desks to avoid the VP. Sneaky. Michi's desk is a total mess and it smells weird. And since it's been raining all day, everything's real musty. I can't help but scrunch up my face at the scent.
あら、お前の姉ちゃんが作ったものだからな。学校にないならお前ん家にあると思うぞ。これ豆知識な。
豆知識な。Yeah.
ミッチ把握してないの？
Michi has a long history with the club. He was a part of the association and was even the club's first president. When Tanekashi Machine-san won Robo 1, Michi was the one who took the award. There's still a commemorative photo by the entrance. And now he serves as the club advisor. That's why I'd been hoping he'd know anything and everything there was to know about the Robotics Club, but...
10年近く前のものがどこにあるかなんて、瀬宮妹は普通把握してるのか？
してないけど。
Yeah, I was about to say, okay, this shirt that you owned when you were 10, where is it? This book you liked when you were 10, where is it?
つまり、そういうこった。
This April, the Robotics Club was moved from the tech prep room to the equipment storage space in the courtyard. Most of the club's inventory is still packed into boxes and stacked up inside of it. While I was the one who packed it all up, I honestly don't remember if I saw the manual at the time.
家にあるのが分かっただけでも進展かな。よし。
In order to pump myself up, I pumped my fist into the air despite still being crouched down.
あと、もしパーツが必要になったら、ミッチーにも間髪募るから、顧問として多めに出してね。
なあ、瀬宮妹。いいか、これだけは先生言っときたい。
I don't have money.
え、何？
こんな言葉があるんだ。先生の好きな言葉だからな。瀬宮妹もよーく聞いて、しっかり胸に刻み込めよ。誰かに頼ってばかりじゃ社会の荒波に揉まれて終わりだ。やんちゃしてでも自分の力で努力しろ。その結果失敗してもその後の人生の勲章となる。どうだ、いい言葉だろう。
Did you just make this up on the spot?
それってつまりお金は出さないってことじゃん。
I'm over here doing my best to find a way to win, so hearing him assume I'm gonna fail makes me angry.
これも教育の一環ってやつだ。先生も本当は心苦しいんだぞ。察しろ、瀬宮妹。
瀬宮妹って呼ばないでっていつも言ってるでしょ、ミッチー。
じゃあお前もミッチーって呼ぶな。長深田先生、わかるな。教師に敬意を払えば内申点も少しはサービスしてもらえるぞ。これも豆知識。
もういいよ。ミッチーに頼ったうちが間違いだった。失礼しました。
I hurriedly flee the faculty room. I'm fairly certain the VP was glaring at me the whole time, but I pay her no mind. The doom and gloom sets in as I return to the classroom.
部長ってこんな孤独な役目なんだな。
And until now, I never really had much experience in leadership roles, you know, stuff like class rep or team captain. I automatically became the Robotics Club president when I became a third year, but nothing has been going right for me. The reason our reputation is in the mud is because of my beef with the student council and the vice principal. And your stupid fucking promotion that you chose to do! Nobody asks you to do that! The more I think about it, the more my stomach starts to hurt. I say out loud, trying to force myself to feel better. Oh man, why do I have to run into him now of all times? I spent over a year trying to get him to join our club because he'd be a rad addition to the team, but I still can't handle Hidaka-kun. I've legit never encountered such a jerk of an underclassman before.
Hidaka-kun, konnichiwa. せっかくだからロボ部に。
終わりでしょ。まだ終わらないなんて、今のロボ部が言っても単なる現実逃避の言葉にしか聞こえませんよ。
He heard me talking to myself. This is a wee bit embarrassing. Man, I'd love to erase the last 2 minutes from his memory. Now, normally our conversation would end here. Hidaka-kun never sticks around to talk to me. But today's different. Instead, he's the one who approaches me.
ロボワンに出るそうですね。
なぜそれを？
もう校内で噂になってますよ。
そっか、その通り。優勝しないとロボ部は解散なの。
無理ですね。
Quick and to the point. Hidaka-kun saying the same thing that Kai said.
そうかな。やってみなきゃわかんないよ。
僕はロボワンには多少詳しいんで。
Yeah, he placed 4th, right? If I recall.
Oh.
That's right. Hidaka-kun entered Robo 1 solo when he was in junior high and made it to 3rd, not 4th, sorry, 3rd place. I do remember that, yes. This is exactly why I was trying to convince him to join the club. How could I forget something so important? I can feel my blood pumping as I accidentally voiced my thoughts. I paid little attention to Hidaka-kun's cold gaze. The moment I finish speaking, Hidaka-kun shifts his gaze in another direction. I follow his eyes and land at the glass showcase for all the trophies and awards that the various clubs have worn. Among them is the group photo of the Robotics Research Association back when they won Robo 1 9 years ago.
瀬宮先輩はホビーロボットを作った経験は？
ないよ。
Yeah.
でもほら、それよりずっと大きいロボを作った経験はあるわけだし。
Well, to be precise, I haven't actually finished anything. You know how it is.
そんなので優勝するつもりなんですね。
Yeah, it's a bit... Yeah!
あまりロボワンを舐めない方がいいですよ。
Yeah! Especially since it's 9 years later. His words bite. It almost feels like he stuck a needle in my heart. It's a sharp, prickly sort of pain. I'm so shocked by his aggressive words that I can't say a word.
他の出場者たちはそれこそ半年前から入念に準備してベストの期待で参加してくるんです。そこへ先輩みたいな三流素人が準備もなしにいきなり出て行って勝てるわけがない。
Nothing short of a miracle, basically. I managed to put my emotions back in order, then take a deep breath.
そういう君は今回の大会出るの？
いいえ。
一度出たきりだよね。なんで？
それは先輩には関係ないでしょ。
He spits out his response and abruptly tries to leave. Like heck, I'm gonna let someone younger than me talk smack and just leave. How frustrating. If I could just get one decent comeback in. And so the words just fly out of my mouth.
言っとくけど、奇跡は起こすものだよ。
I hide my anger behind a calm expression, wiggling my finger in the air like a pendulum.
よくあるでしょ。頑張れるとかだってそうだったし。
頑張れるはお子様向けでしたからね。おかげで僕は見てて萎えましたが。
Oh boy.
ストーリーが安っぽかったんで、第一シーズンで切りましたよ。
おっと。おやおや、今のは聞き捨てなりませんな。
This is why I hate otaku. Strangles her. My heart's ablaze now. I'm pretty sure there are literal flames burning in my eyes now.
ロボットアニメは夢と希望とロマンがあってこそでしょう。
Okay, so maybe that one enemy with that person isn't really about that stuff, but that's an exception. Are they talking about Ava?
Yeah.
talking about Ava.
Yes.
I can't think of a single other mecha anime that's like the exemplification of a mecha anime not being about romantic ideals, friendship, love, and hope. In fact, that person is the only exception. Like, I just love this. It's like a time machine. Right? Like, because this was made in the early 2010s, right? Just like they have no idea what like came after. It's like, oh, no robot anime was made after 2005 kind of energy. It's like, it's so
そ
funny.
んな考え方だから世界的ロボットブームにもかかわらず、日本のロボットアニメはいつまでも子供の見るものっていう扱いなんですよ。もっと高尚で哲学的なプロット、あとはリアルさ、主にミリタリ色を全面的に打ち出すべきです。
We need more imperialism, says Subaru. Homeboy, that's kind of toxic.
そんなの求めてないもん。ロボットアニメは子供たちが熱くたぎれるものだよ。
幼稚ですね。議論するに値しません。
君の言うリアルロボット系の話って人がどんどん死んでって悲しくなるじゃん。
リアルロボット系なんですそれ。
スーパーロボットとリアルロボットに決まって。
そもそもスーパーとリアルの定義から教えてください。そんなものがあればです。
She hit his autism straight on. She pushed that autism button really fucking hard. There actually is real definitions for all this shit, by the way. This isn't just her. For once, Aki isn't pulling shit out of her ass. But I'm assuming, yeah, I was about to say, I'm assuming she probably doesn't know. But it is like, I don't know if I call it a field of study, but it is something that's being, like, defined. Just like how, when you talk about magical girls, you have, like, the kind of, like, transformation ones, you got, like, the witch ones, you got, like, the like, warrior type, and... Yeah, because there's also many different types of magical girls. So, for instance, like, a good example of, like, a witch magical girl enemy would be, like, Ojamajo Doremi, right? And a good example of, like, the warrior or, like, fighter type magical girl anime would be, like, something like Precure. Or if you want to talk about, like, the more kind of, like, I don't remember exactly what they're called, but it's, like, a very specific genre of it. The very early ones had this a lot, where instead of actually, like, having, a magical girl transformation where she wears, like, a costume, the character would instead, like, transform into different forms and then, like... usually like some kind of adult with a job, and then she would like solve the problem by like being an adult. It was very kind of strange. Like, was Creamy Mommy one of them? I can't recall, but it was basically like, I remember this one, there was this one about a girl, and she has like this little thing that lets her transform, and then she could become like a flight attendant, or like a zookeeper, or like, you know, like stuff like that, where she would like solve a problem by doing that. And it's actually really cool. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is, it's not something that isn't real. The problem is that Aki probably has no idea what the difference between a real robot and a super robot is. And like, what defines the genres. She doesn't strike me as the literary analysis type. Not to be rude, of course. I'm just kind of saying... I'm just saying. It's more like a kind of feeling you get. No, it's not!
リアルにありそうなのがリアルロボット系。
じゃ、僕は帰りますんで。何度も言いますが、もう話しかけてこないでくれますか。ロボ部と関わり合いになるのはごめんですから。
I hurriedly try to stop Hidaka-kun, but if I do, this will just drag out our conversation. And the reality is that when it comes to this subject, we are on two completely different wavelengths. No shit. With that in mind, I resist the urge to chase after him. But once my flame is lit, it doesn't go out so easily. I finally managed to shout out from the depths of my soul, which of course results in all the students nearby having a good laugh at me as they head home. Back in the club room, I start to take Tanagashi Machine-san apart, but since my energy has been totally sapped, I can't focus in the slightest. I can't help but whine a little as I cast my gaze at the kill ballot leaderboards.
Gaze?
Gaze? Gaze? On weekends I get to play KP without anyone interrupting me. I've gone many a weekend without eating or sleeping. Home slice, why? Why? Why are you doing that, homie? Why? In fact, weekends are when I focus on increasing my win rate against top players, which is the quickest way to rank up. That said, I'm still in 5th place. In the end, it doesn't matter how many times I defeat low-ranked players, I gotta beat the top ones to move up. But so far, I haven't been able to get matched with any of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I complain to nobody in particular as I get ready to start another match. Oh fuck, I need my fucking controller. I hear Mom Fumiko, aged 42, call me from the kitchen. Mom and I are usually the only ones home. Dad pilots the only flight connecting the Kagoshima airport to the Tanegashima airport, so he's away half the week. That's why he's not here today. So, you want me to run an errand for you, Mom? She just loves to rob me of my precious me time. She's right next door! It'll take you 10 minutes! At most! Like, he's acting like, oh, you're just condemning me to like a 5-hour drive, and he just has to walk next door and deliver like a packet of salt or some shit.
Drive to the desert.
Yeah. He's such a teenager. And you want me to go out in the pouring rain too. She's right next door! Stop being a bitch! I get being a contrarian teenager, that's why I'm being like, oh, bunk, 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 bunk. Just, it is so real. Yeah, they do know how to write them in a way that's very relatable. I slide my room door open, stick my head out, and yell back toward the kitchen. So what she wants me to deliver? Tea leaves. See? It ain't that fucking hard. She wants me to go share them with the Senomiya family since she got a bunch from her relatives. It's all thanks to this dumb errand that I've already lost at least 3 matches worth of fighting. I'm gonna kill him when I find this boy. Fortunately, Akio's house is right next to mine. Although because of the farmland between our homes, I have to walk about 45 meters to get 45 fucking meters. Stop complaining. From the front yard, I can see Akio's room on the 2nd floor is lit up. I slide the unlocked door open and casually stroll in. Akio's mother, Auntie Tamaki, comes out to greet me. She seems quite pleased by the tea leaves I hand her. I hear thumping noises coming from the 2nd floor. What in the world is Akio doing? Might as well see what's up. Jesus.
Yeah.
Her room
What's up? What did you want to say?
Her room is full of gun plus.
No shit.
But no actual robots! She's spending all of her money on Gunplus when she could be spending her money on robots. You could sell some of those and get a lot of money, okay? Gunplus do go for a lot of money, okay? They have resale value. I'm just saying, she isn't doing everything she can. I bet a lot of that is limited edition shit as well, knowing how obsessed she is. I witnessed Akio's head stuck in her sun closet with her butt facing me. Oh, that's a cute outfit. I like it. Can I examine the stuff? This stuff. has bros.
Yeah, they have bros.
They do have bros. Where is Hero Sunlight Fireburn? Okay. Sold by Banbai. Fran Bear. Now there's Super Smelly. Basic Fran Bear, Super XL size. What else?
Smells like home.
Smells like home. Okay. Ah! I knew I was missing something. Allowing you the freshness of space, sold by Space Candy Co. Limited. Okay. Nice, nice, nice. No more content. Without answering, Miyakio pulls out a cardboard box from the closet.
お願いしましんさんのマニュアルをね、探してるんだけど、見つかんなくて。っていうか、ノックしろって言ってるでしょ。うちが着替え中とかだったらどうする気？
それよりさ、飴ある？
まったく、マイペースだな。
Akio gets up and picks up a pack of space candy sitting on the floor.
1個だけね。
サンキュー。後で返すよ。
I've never returned the favor. You piece of shit! He's a jealous shit! This exchange is kind of like a ritual between the two of us. I come to her room to get a piece of space candy from her. Heck, I'm probably the only one on this island who actually likes this stuff. People don't seem too big on the flavor. Even Akio thinks they're gross and won't touch them. The only reason why there are packs of space candy in her room in the first place is so she can give them to me. I can't even remember when this little ritual of ours started. But as long as there's a stock in here, I'll always be welcome to barge into this teenage girl's domain whenever I want. Or at least that's how I happen to interpret it. Akio complains, but she never chases me out. That's why I can drop in like this as if it were my own room. I unwrap the candy and toss it into my mouth. The fresh mint flavor spreads through and stimulates my nostrils. How can people not like this stuff? I swear they just haven't actually tried it. It's basically one of the 7 wonders of this island. Like, what I like about it is that it's just half and half. You have like this like wall of gunpla and then just like teddy bear, lace curtain. It's just like I it's not that I don't think these things can go together. I just find it funny how segmented her room is. You know? Like, I find it funny that the room is like just cut down the middle. Akio's walls are covered in old mecha anime posters, and her shelves are lined with now unavailable robot figures. The geotags in this room are configured so that they don't display, but if they did, you'd drown in mecha anime info. I'm assuming that he had to go and do that manually. You know? He had to go fix that. Anyone who didn't know Akiho would assume this room belonged to a dude. I has this pink curtain. Great education.
いつも答えてるけど、うちに愛と勇気と希望と正義を与えてくれるんだから、ポスターもフィギュアも外すつもりはないよ。
あ、そう。
So? Well, I guess Akiho can do whatever she wants with her own room. I sit down backward on a chair and lay my chest on the backrest.
で、マニュアル探してるって？
Upon closer inspection, the box she's digging through contains small empty figurine boxes along with towels with robot illustrations on them.
今日の朝からずっとね。でも見つからなくて。
アキちゃんの部屋をいくら探しても意味ないんじゃない？ミサ姉の部屋でしょ？あるとしたら。
スイポ見なかったの？
Apparently I did not. To the brighter side, play about 10 hours, 107, lost several in a row to the bad matchup. Sleep time. Good morning, blessed spirit. Staying up late again, bad. It's the natural state of a gamer. That's perfect as it is. Searching through Big Fizz's room. ... Okay. Tanigashima Machine-san, huh? So nostalgic. Wonder how long ago that was. At the streets of Ikebukuro, I saw a girl cosplayer dressed up as a butler with thick-soled shoes fall over. Then a kid with long black hair ran up to the cosplayer and said, "Hurry and get up." They replied, "Yes, master," and stood up. Couldn't help but stream Geechi. Good job. What the fuck? I thought it was a filming of a TV show, lol. What is this guy on? Like, I feel like he's just like smashed out of his mind all the time.
Oh my god.
I saved tea for my sister-in-law and Shizuoka. There's a lot, so I'm gonna share with my neighbors. Okay. I keep doing it. Akiho lowers her shoulders and drops down on her bed. Hello, Talon! Is this Valheim? Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Valheim in another universe.
午前中はずっとお姉ちゃんの部屋を引っかき回してたよ。
And she didn't find a thing.
他にありそうな場所
庭にある倉庫かお 父さんの書斎かな。
Either way, sounds like a lot of work. But I could totally see it being in her old man's study. Heck, it was basically her dad that made Akiho into the mecha anime fangirl that she is today. That makes a lot of sense. It's hereditary. His study is filled with mecha anime DVDs, Blu-rays, and even antiques like LDs. Don't be such a meanie. Space candy. Fictional. A mint-flavored candy that is sold at JAXA facilities and events, as well as in the Kyushu region. Its catchphrase is delivering you the freshness of space. Sold by Space Candy Company Limited, whose headquarters are located in Nishino Omote. LD is source.
Located?
I'm great at language. Short for a laser disc. An optical disc typically around 30 centimeters in diameter that was popular in Japan during the early 1990s. Mainly used for visual media, but its usage declined rapidly with the spread of DVDs.
They were kind of ridiculous.
They were.
But they produce a lot of good quality stuff.
Yeah. Akiho lies down on the bed, face up. Then from that position, she stretches out her arms and legs. Big stretch. Big stretch. I really wish she wouldn't push herself like this. It makes me worry.
そこまで無理してロボワンに出なくてもいいんじゃない？
I'm sending Argo secret messages. I miss Luna too. Ah, Mama. Mwah, love you.
どうせ出たって勝てないのは確定してるし、廃部になるならなるでそれもいいかもしれないって思うわけ。必死にあがくよりもよっぽどね。
Love you. Akio sits up abruptly and shakes her head in a manner that seems almost lonely. Love you more. Love you most.
No fighting.
No fighting. Stop it. No! Honey, did you see my message? Earlier?
でもさ、あの巨大ロボ、個人で作り続けることだってできるわけでしょ？
Love you the most. No, love you more than that. No, no. It's fine. It's okay. Don't worry about it. I was thinking that you probably didn't. I was doing this. Oh, right, that was today. I'm so sorry. I forgot. You're right. You were.
Wow. Wow.
ムカつく教頭とのしがらみとか関係なく、むしろのびのびやれるとも言える。そもそも、アキちゃんが
Wait, it's okay. Pet pet.
万博に出られるならそれは万々歳だけど、出られなきゃ死ぬってわけでもない。焦って強引に完成させるより、いいものをちゃんと作り上げるっていう方法論もあるはずだよ。
廃部になれば、ガンツクワンはスクラップにされちゃう。
それに従う必要はないし、交渉の余地だってあるさ。
Yeah. That's what I was asking. Yes, if we should just go tomorrow, since we were going anyway. Also, I took out my controller, but nothing happened.
I know, because I thought you were actually going to play.
Yeah, I was like, am I gonna have to play this stupid fucking game again?
But then your mom told you to.
Yeah. Thank God! My mom, yeah. Akio just barely smiles. Why does she smile now?
うちはロボ部の部員として、学生としてのルールの中で、なんとかしたいって思うんだ。もちろん個人で引き取ってコツコツ作っていけば何年かかるかはわからないけど完成はさせられるかもしれない。それも夢の形としてはありだと思う。だけどうちはやっぱりロボ部として万博に行きたいな。あと半年っていう期間の中でどれだけ無茶してでもなんとかしたい。
Let's go!
もちろん半年経ってダメだったらスパッとやめちゃうってわけじゃないけど、そんな線引きを自分の中で作ってるんだ。
Akiho's eyes shine with determination as she explains her motivations to me. I almost lose myself in those eyes.
こだわりか。ミサ姉や先輩たちが受け継いできた思いを大事にしたいみたいなロマンティシズム。
This intangible thing that's been passed down from Misane, Michi, and the other founding members. Is that what's motivating Akiho? Misane in particular probably had a huge effect on her.
姉ちゃんが作ったロボ部とお姉ちゃんが作ろうとしたガンツクワンだから。
Akiho really does love Misane. Is this what they call a sister complex? Or maybe she still hasn't grown out on her of her dependence of her.
それにロボットアニメに必要なものは夢とロマンなのだ。
Akiho says that with a happy smile on her face as she poses dramatically. Just 6 months, we'll be graduating and leaving the island behind us. Most students from this island follow that path whether they go to college or choose to look for a job instead. There are those like Michi or Mizuka-san who come back to the island, and the rest who don't, like Misane. Either way, once she leaves this island, Akiho won't be able to just focus on building her robot. Back to Lucky, love you so much, love you too!
アキちゃんさ、この前はロボのことしか考えてないって言ってたけど、結構ちゃんと将来のこと考えてるじゃん。
そうかな。将来のことじゃなくてロボ部のことしか考えてない気がするんだけど。
No, no.
I had one yesterday.
A million yesterday.
But I definitely might.
You're supposed to replenish. You take the
You didn't replenish, goddammit!
I can't believe it. I never had
Have anything after you've been here!
Daddy,
what the fuck?
You to replenish!
Seriously, what? Refrigerator, everything.
And if you went downstairs in the basement and got a soda, what was the fucking rule?
You replenish.
Okay. What the fuck? Danny doesn't fucking replenish.
So, yeah, so the one filming is his uncle. That's what's yelling about toilet paper. Me and Momo are feuding right now. We are feuding. Well, I guess I understand how Akiho feels, and we're gonna be a jackass and keep pushing back on this.
そういうことなら頑張ってよ。というわけで俺は。
Just before I can say leave, Akiho grabs my wrist.
待った。
Screaming matches all the time. There's no peace in this house. That's what marriage gets you, kids, indeed.
アキちゃんまさか。
If she's stopping me here, then that must
愛
mean
のマニュアル探すの手伝って。
it's okay, pet.
うわやっぱり。
ついでだからいいでしょ。夜はうちの家でご飯食べてっていいから。
夜まで探すつもりなの？
Fine, I guess I'll help. Plus, I get Auntie Tamaki's food out of this. Unfortunately, even after searching long and hard, we fail to locate the manual. I'm glad it's sunny today. I think that to myself as I remove my helmet. The breeze feels nice and cool, perhaps due to yesterday's rain. The school grounds on Sunday are quiet. It's been a while since I come to school on a day off on club business, or at least it's my first time doing it this year. Honestly, I would much prefer to be lying around at home playing Kill Ballad. After seeing Akiho's tweet that read, "It's so lonely doing an overhaul at the crop room on a Sunday," I came here. Damn, dude. Manipulative tweeping. Sunday feels good, I wanna go to the beach. Be sure you're not picking up, still sleeping? I guess I'll go. Tsunami Akio going out, "I'm so lonely doing overhaul at the crop room on a Sunday." Just clearly stop tweeting him. For real. It's okay to do club activities on the weekend, but the supervisor doesn't need to be there. What do they think of workers working on a low income? Pro tip, to do hard work, moderate breaks are needed. On June 30th at 7 PM, Robo 141 finals will be broadcasted. Who will be the ones to stop Mr. Pleiades Free Pete? RO41 at the Odaiba Expo Arena, right? It's just the opening and when I need to go. RO40 was the first NYE broadcast. The energy level from the grand finals was unreal, but last year's event had crazy matchups that made it feel like a festival. I don't think it can beat the impact this year. Last year everyone had a different look on their face. It was a national level event because it was broadcast from NYE. Of course, you can't mess up and want to show your best doing it all. Having over 20% views is spectacular. Back then they aired a fighting event at the time. The big music festival was going on. I felt the same energy. I think I'll go to the venue for the first time. You know when you get there, but the ring is really small. I mean, it's a little dull since a 30 centimeters robot is fighting 1v1, but you can only feel that vibe if you're at the venue. The energy level is ridiculous. Mr. Pleiades is entering this time too, right? He's gonna win again. The mysterious part of him is fantastic. Even as a guy, I get the chills. Mr. Pleiades is some real gay bait, poor thing. He's good looking from the girl's side too. Ooh, a bisexual king. What the fuck are they talking about?
That's the thing that gives you the feel, right? It's kind of
what are these boys on? Seems like Futures on TV is pushing Devil Stronger and Master Armor this year. Rumors are that they're done with Satomaru. What? I liked Satomaru because it was cute looking. How are they cutting last year's winner? I'm sure after losing 2 years in a row at the finals to Mr. Pleiades, no one would care about a nice old man. Having a new rival would make it more exciting. Devil Stronger is good as a rival, but if he wins, I feel like female fans will go away, lol. Wait, are tickets sold out? Can you still buy them at the venue the day off? Maybe for the preliminary rounds, but for the finals you might need to line up very early in the morning. It's at the end of this month? What a weird time to host it this year. I wish I had it as soon as summer break started. Then I could have gone to Tokyo with my kids. Yeah. As soon as I saw that she was all by herself, I painstakingly dragged myself over here. My personal policy has always been that I never participate in Robotics Club activities, but when it comes to everything else, I do my best to keep Akiho out whenever she needs a hand. Akiho and I are basically one in body and soul at this point. We rarely do things without each other. Damn it, Akiho, have you forgotten about your attacks? Maybe she's still salty about me steamrolling her ass in Kill Ballad last night. She knows to show no mercy. The lawn in front of the club room is still damp from yesterday's rain. Too bad. I would have loved to lay down and game for a bit. I can see Akiho's back through the open club room door. When I call out to her, she immediately recognizes my voice and comes outside. It's also a bottle of Scal. After catching it, she raises the bottle up high in excitement and begins chugging it down right after. Seeing her drink it like it's the nectar of the gods or something is enough to put a smile on my face. A thin layer of sweat covers Akiho's forehead. I guess it's still hot inside the club room. My usual seat of choice is too damp to sit on, so I settle for a clubroom chair. Sprawled out on the table is our honorary press, disassembled. Akiho sits in front of the table and begins to further take it apart with a screwdriver in hand. As I was leaving her house last night, Akiho loudly declared she was going to continue her search. Akiho holds up a notebook.
Damn.
The pages inside are covered with all sorts of design drawings, notes, and programs that are all written in feminine handwriting. Yeah. Figures. That happened to be the one place we didn't search last night. I also like they removed him from the background. Because he was standing right here behind her, right? Right? Or was it standing somewhere else? Damn.
しかも10年も前のパーツだから、それに対応する充電器を見つけるだけでも一苦労だよ。取り寄せるだけで1週間ぐらいかかるかも。
Oh yeah. Akiho removes one screw after another in an orderly fashion while she explains the battery situation to me. The screws are all 2 to 3 millimeters long. If she drops them, that's all she wrote.
どのネジがどこのなのか把握しながらバラしてる？
なんとなく。
なんとなくでいいの？
ほとんどは同じ大きさのネジだからそんなに問題にはならないよ。
She seems to be storing the removed screws in an empty snack can, so I take a peek
で
inside.
もさ、微妙に長さの違うネジがちょっと混じってるけど。
え？
Don't give me that. She's way too disorganized.
まあ、マニュアルあるし平気だって。
God help us all. I still have no intent of intervening.
ギルバラ、起動。
You're so annoying. Alright, I'm getting my controller again. Yup.
バッテリー交換以外には何あるの？
全サーボモーターの動作チェックとか、サーボアンプが正常かどうか調べたりとか。後でロボクリニックに行ってこようかな。
The Robot Clinic is a part store that our club has ties to. As per its name, it mostly carries hobby robot related parts. It's basically Akiho's current lifeline. Yeah. The shop owner is pretty terrifying though.
それとプログラムだね。苦手だからあんまり手をつけたくないんだけど、そっちもチェックしないとロボワンじゃ勝てないだろうな。
The club room is hot and dark. Akiho relies solely on the desk lamp as she tinkers away at the robot's small pieces. I hope she doesn't go blind. Anyway, guess I'll start playing Kill Ballad. Akiho disassembles the honorary press. Man, he's so annoying.
Yeah.
Why are you like this, Kaito? And I play Kill Ballad. The sounds of birds chirping fill the air of the island. It's just a relaxing Sunday afternoon. In fact, it's so relaxing that it's hard to believe that the club is on the verge of being disbanded.
ねえ、カイ。例えばさ、ロボワンでオペレーターとかやってみる気ないかな。
オペレーターって何？
操縦する人のこと。
If a given here, Operation Make Akiho Give Up on Robo 1 would all be for naught. Time to go cold.
別に興味ないかな。
なんで？
Akiho's eyes widen and she peeks at my
いつ
face.
もキルバラでロボット操縦してるのに。
俺はロボット操縦が好きだからキルバラを選んだんじゃないよ。このゲームが格ゲーとして優れてて、オンラインに強敵がいるからプレイしているわけでね。
Huh. Before I got hooked on Kill Ballad, I was into all kinds of fighting games with normal human characters.
やってみたいとも思わない？
思わないね。
ロボワンにも強敵はいるよ。それに1対1の勝負だよ。
そもそもオペレーターはアキちゃんがやるべきだよ。部長だし、アキちゃんが名誉部長を修理してるんだし。
そりゃ自分で操縦はしてみたいけど、カイの方がうまくできそうな気がしたから。
ロボの操縦は俺だってやったことないから、スタートラインは同じでしょ。
そっか。そうだよね。
She continues her task silently for a while.
カイ、率直な意見を教えてほしいんだけど。
Akiho takes an unusually serious tone. She finally realized that she has no chance of winning Robo 1. I stop playing Kill Ballad and look at Akiho.
カイはどう思う？種子島新さんのデザイン、かっこ悪いよね。
I nearly collapsed out of sheer disappointment.
すごくどうでもいい。
なんで？ここ重要だよ。
これデザインしたのってミサ姉でしょ。文句はミサ姉に言いなよ。
Like, bruh, that's kind of mean.
Yeah.
だってお姉ちゃん東京だし。
Then call her and bitch. I don't know.
つまりアキちゃん的にはデザイン一新したいの。でもね、それ作ってる余裕ある
I focus on making a pretty robot. That's gonna go great for you in the competition.
ないけど。
Akiho looks displeased.
なんか物足りない気がするんだ。弱そうっていうか。
あんまりそういうの意識してデザインしたわけじゃないと思うよ。
でもやっぱり見た目は重要だよ。強そうな方がたぎるし。デザイン一新は無理でも一部を改良する程度で印象変わらないかな。例えば絵画オペレーターなら両肩にキャノンとかあった方がいいよね。
キャノン。
キャノン
何それ、役に立つの？
キャノンはぶっ放すんだよ。
ロボワンの試合で？
違うよ、そういう設定。
ロボワンの試合ではどう使うの？
ただの飾りかな。
Give me a break. This one's on me for taking her
で
seriously.
ね、うちがオペレーターならどんなカスタマイズがいいかなって。
ああ、好きにしたらいいと思うよ。
個人的には変形機構と必殺技が欲しいところなんだけど。
そんなの採用してたら絶対に本番までに間に合わないだろうね。
さすがに変形合体機構はロボワンには関係ないし、実現するのはかなり難しいから最初から諦めてるけどね。
それなら変形機構もいらないでしょう。
Yeah.
ダメか。
何を優先させるかだよ。プライドか結果かみたいな。
結果。
そう。なんで黙るの？
いや。
She's laughing it off, but it seems like she's finally realized how ridiculous her ideas were. Me and Akio return to our respective tasks. Robot medical station! That is the most suspicious looking shop I've ever seen.
They live in a secluded...
Yeah. The robot clinic is southbound on Interstate 58, just after the intersection entering Minamitane. Akio often drags me here since it's on the way back home from school. Holy shit, look at that thing. Its convenient location is a real pain in the neck for me.
いつも思うけど、完全にホラーだよね。
I need to get the deets on it. Look at this shit, dude. Is there anything I can examine?
What about
here?
it?
What's that in his backyard? Look at all this shit. Robot clinic. Okay, what is it? Fujita Tetsuharu. Okay. Robot clinic since 2001. Robot medical station. What does this mean? Tech? Oh, TECK and parts, right? Like tech and parts.
I think so.
But it's a misspelling. I think that's what it says. Okay, he'll move your head, please.
No.
Move your head out of the way, girl. Thank you. I need to study that for later. It's on the test. The gaudy neon sign forces itself into my line of sight like it's battling the setting sun. The sign's overwhelming presence makes me want to enter the store even less. Even with summer right around the corner, it feels a bit chilly around here. The clinic occupies a single-story building. All the windows are covered in plywood, so you can't see inside. Behind the building is a large pile of scrap tossed carelessly behind a fence. Feels like something might burst out of that mess.
もっとこう、なんとか研究所みたいな外見にしてほしいよね。
Akio watches too much mecha anime. I'd rather wait outside since it's a pain, but as always, Akio pushes my back and forces me inside. Inside, Western music echoes throughout the store at a ridiculously high volume. Rock music, to be specific. This feels more like a nightclub or some kind of concert venue. And the fact that he has, like, test tubes lined up like it's alcohol.
Yep.
So funny. It's always like this here, which explains why nobody ever comes by. As for the choice in music, rock is just the owner's thing. The inside of the store is dusty, dark, and messy. Scrap is all over the place, and it feels like the owner has zero intention of ever tidying any of it up. Let's give it an eatable. What can we find in here? From Robot Doctor. Availability varies on current workload. Okay. Wait. Does she just have a tool hanging from the fucking ceiling? Cord in! Yikes, dude. That's such a safety hazard. Holy shit. Like, could you imagine you just like had your phone hanging from the charger like that? Tweepo! Yes, Yoshigami. When I come back home, we'll be as a passenger. This is because the hangar for my beloved plane can only be found at Kagoshima Airport. I'll be riding in the passenger seat of my beloved plane, and my colleague will take care of piloting me back home to the island. At that time, I will have no wings. Fumiko. Can you grab some Napa lettuce on the way home after you land, obviously? Of course, my lovely wife. Leave it to me. I will cast my wings aside and fetch some Napa lettuce. The dad is my favorite character. I haven't met him once, but I love him. Yes, yes, my lovely wife. I will shed my wings. Cannons. Finger Vulcan. Cannons are just for show. The brass doesn't understand things like that. Result! Right, let's get some Robot Clinic. Played around 3 hours, 40-0. Feeling good today. I suddenly noticed that the man of the hour had exited the back room and is now sitting at the counter in silence. This old man is the Robot Clinic's owner and self-proclaimed robot doctor, Fujita Tetsuharu. He's an incredibly stubborn, terrifying old man. No, there's no audio.
Because you can't hear her.
Yeah, exactly. That's the funny part. The old man scowls, seemingly unaware of what's going on. Akira resorts to making weird body gestures in order to get him to lower the volume. The old man clicks his tongue and finally drops the volume down. This is how it always goes. By this point, Akio is usually pretty exhausted. I stand by the door and watch without saying anything.
Konnichiwa, Doc.
パーツならこの前くれてやったろうが、もう分けてやるもんはねえぞ。それとそこの付き添い、久々に顔出したくせに挨拶もできねえのか。
He's glaring at me. He really is terrifying.
ご無沙汰です。
てっきりのたれ死んだのかと思ったぜ。
残念ながら生きてるよ。
So this is rock and roll, I think.
ドク、今日はガンツクワンの件じゃないんだ。
Doc is familiar with the press's history as a Robot 1 champ and Misane's brainchild.
今オーバーホール中なんだけど、交換したいパーツがあって。
とりあえず見せてみな。
Akio takes the disassembled parts out of her bag.
バッテリーとその充電器。できれば全く同じ種類のが欲しいの。
Just as we joked about earlier, the reason the honorary press can't move is because of the old battery. If we can replace those, it should move at the very least. As to how well it'll move, Akio says that will depend entirely on the maintenance of the other parts.
表彰成か。しかも生産終了になったSプラグタイプじゃねえか。表彰のは確か7年前に出たのからサイズも変わったんだ。
Oh boy.
これと同じもんなんざ。今手に入るわけはねえだろうがよ。
え？じゃあどうすれば？
うん、そうだな。プラグを交換すりゃなんとか対応できるだろう。バッテリーのサイズは小さくはなってんだから、取り付けることは造作もねえよ。
プラグ交換？そんなのマニュアルにあったかな。それにうちってそんなに器用じゃないし。
Oh boy.
使えねえ小娘だな。プラグ交換なんざ大して難しい作業でもねえのに、よくロボ部の部長が務まるもんだ。
He would be sad if he knew what was going on.
使えるしかねえな。S プラグ対応なら今だと小川だのが安いで。
じゃあそれで。
取り寄せになるから3日はかかるがいいんだな。
お値段は？
充電器も含めりゃ一番安い方でだいたい8000ちょいってとこか。
Ow.
高いよ。それ新品価格？
うちは中古専門だ。今さら何言ってんだ。
Yeah.
新品ならこの倍はすんだよ。
Yeah. If it's like for like for a battery for a robot, that doesn't sound like something that runs cheap, honestly.
これでも送料抜いてやってんだ。文句は一人前になってから言え。クソロボブ。
そうとか言わないでよ。
Man, you're swearing in front of children.
センサー類を新しくしたいななんて。
賢明だな。10年前と今じゃ性能が団地だ。
It's a decade, dude. That's crazy. It's that.
でね、うちとしては全方位カメラを使いたいんだけど。
Omnidirectional camera, also known as a 360-degree camera, a camera capable of capturing a full 360 degrees of visual information from its surroundings. It consists of an omnidirectional mirror, a lens, and a CCD camera. Extremely compact models are commercially available for use in hobby robots.
それのどこがセンサーなんだ。カメラとセンサーの違いも理解できねえのか。
いや、全方位カメラと距離センサーを組み合わせたような、なんていうか、ハイテクな感じの。
農湾用の機体にそんな機能をつけても単なる飾りで終わりだ。
Yeah.
GPO ってのを考えやがれ、バカが。
Read the room. A phrase referring to the ability to understand the thoughts and feelings of those around you through nonverbal cues. When used as a request or command against someone else, it means they're being inconsiderate and should pay attention to the mood of those around them.
そもそも全方位カメラがいくらすると思ってんだ。
Yeah, I was about to say.
すまねえぞ、貧乏学生め。
Akio's eyes tear up as her shoulders droop. The doctor is as relentless as ever, even against a young girl. To be honest, that's what I like about him. I myself am relentless when it comes to matches.
じゃあ、ドク、ロボワンに出るにあたってどんなセンサーが一番重要かな。
ジャイロだろうな。
Yeah.
でもジャイロセンサーを変えたらプログラム最初から組み直しじゃ。
知らねえよ。プログラムもできねえ分際でホビーロボを作ろうとすんじゃねえよ。
いや、時間をかければなんとかなるかもだけど、今回スケジュールの余裕がなくて。ちなみにジャイロって相場はいくら？
俺のおすすめはこいつだ。
The doctor squats down behind the counter and pulls out a part from the lower shelf.
香港のデバイスズヒーロー社から去年出た新型三軸ジャイロでな。性能は折り紙付きだぜ。今なら超格安の4000でいい。
負けてください。
甘えんな。もう負けるつもりはねえ。前から言ってるはずだぜ。うちはプロとしてやってんだ。俺の提示した金額こそがプロとして保証する値段だってな。
Let's go.
それに納得したなら買っていきな。納得できないから今すぐ出てけ。
ぽったくり。
交渉決裂だな。
待って待って。
Now then, what's Akio's next move? I checked before we left the school. Akio has 721 yen, and I have 590 yen! So if we pulled it all together, we can't afford anything!
じゃあ、とりあえず小川田のバッテリーと充電器取り寄せよろしくです。で、言いにくいんですけど、後払いでもいい？
金払わねえなら物は渡さねえよ。
Part of his job as a pro at the clinic is to check each part he's procured, and if needed, restore it and make adjustments. Doc mostly handles used items, so he takes his work seriously. That's what he means by a pro's work. He also doesn't charge for the maintenance, which is pretty cool. At least that's what Akio tells me.
分かったら3日後に来な。
頑張ります。
Akio gives him a wishy-washy reply, bows her head deeply, and exits the store.
さてと。
You should get $120. Dollaroonies. She stretches out, finally liberated from the dog's overwhelming aura, and even starts doing squats.
お金はどうする
Sorry.
つもり？
Hiccup. What's the plan? What's the
な
plan?
るでしょ。
Don't say that!
なんとかね。
The amount of times that I have heard the term Nantokanaru in this fucking game so far, I have a feeling that it's not gonna be that it's not gonna Nantokanaru, okay?
Nantokanaru.
お小遣いの前借りって何ヶ月分までできる？
俺の小遣いを当てにしてるの？
カイだってロボ部だし。
さっきドクに言われたでしょ、甘えるなって。
Yeah.
それでも俺に金の工面を頼みたいって言うなら分かってるよね。勝負して俺に勝てたなら従おうじゃないの。
カイってめんどくさい。
それが俺のポリシーだから。
わかった、やってやる。
She's challenged me 2 days in a row. That's pretty bold for Akio. She must really be backed into a corner.
いいね。じゃあ始めよう。手加減はしないから。キルバラ、起動。
Can you not say that like the most annoying person on planet? Kiribara Kido. Ugh. Could I lose on purpose?
You can.
I'm gonna lose on purpose. Because I hate him.
Did you save?
Ah. I did. Okay. Can I fail?
そう？
You can try.
話してみると結構いいおじいちゃんだよ。
さっきクソとかバカとか言われてたのに。
まあ、さすがにへこむけど、カイにこれでボコボコにされるよりはへこまないもん。
別にアキちゃんを気遣ってるわけでもないしね。
My God. I don't care about you.
こんやろー。
イライラしたからって後で髪ワシャワシャしないでよ。
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. There's not a timer, is there?
Yes, exactly.
Piece of shit. That makes me angry. Let me lose on purpose. Let me be a dickhead.
まだまだだね、アキちゃん。
もうなんでそんなに強いの
Results.
Results.
You didn't reply.
That's what I'm doing now.
How could you not reply? That's rude.
Finger Vulcan. Ken, is it just... It's not possible. We took... I've been once in junior high. Misakane took me. They're still on about Napa lettuce.
そりゃ毎日やり込んでるから。
We've already spent way too much time hanging out in front of the store. As the sun begins to set, the gaudy neon sign begins to stand out even more.
日が暮れる前に帰ろう。お腹空いちゃった。
はいはい。
Akio ended up giving up on beating me for the day. By the by, Akio managed to ruffle up my hair before I could put my helmet on. Damn it. Akio.
ここ今度のテストに出るよ。つまり自由貿易にはそういうメリットがあるわけだけども、そもそも WTO が設置された意味というのは。
Blah blah blah. I'm just listening to the music. I'm broke. Money, money, money. The world is held together by money. You need money to do everything. This is so real. Plus, making a robot requires more cash than usual stuff. Be they giant or small, they both require tons of money. How can a lone high school girl like me ever come up with that kind of cash? Do you even know my monthly allowance? 3,000 yen. Like what? That can't cover all of my snacks, clothes, and skincare products. I mean, 3,000 yen for a senior is way too little. I mean, that isn't a lot of money. I'll give her that. I spin my pencil in my hand. And this whole Robo 1 ultimatum the VP gave us wouldn't be an issue if it wasn't for me asking for an increase in budget. But now I have to spend even more money to prepare a robot to enter Robo 1. What was even the point? Maybe Kai's right. Maybe the vice principal just wants to shut down the robotics club. No shit! No fucking shit. But I don't want to give up. I actually see Robo 1 as a huge opportunity. If we win, we can accept our budget with pride. Nobody would talk smack about us anymore. They'd all come around to us. That's why the most important thing right now is acquiring 12,000 yen. The money to buy parts. But I've never gotten that kind of cash before, not even for New Year's. If I do somehow get an advance, I need my New Year's money and a few months of allowance. At this point, I come to the realization that my brain is filled with nothing but thoughts of how to make cash. I bat down on my lip and put my head down on my desk. My legs are kicking all over the place. I wonder if this is how a CEO whose company is on the verge of collapse feels. I wish I could just focus on my dream.
どうした気分でも悪いのか
至って元気です
そうか
My anxiety grows stronger with each passing day. W. Hello. F4. Shelter World Trade Organization, an international organization that promotes free trade. Its headquarters are located in Geneva, Switzerland. After school, I swing by the Eat general store. As soon as I step in, I gulp loudly. My hands have been sweating for a bit now, and my knees won't stop shaking. Am I nervous, or is this pure terror? Mizuka-san, who at this point senses my restless presence, folds the new paper she had been reading and sits upright. After giving her a small nod, I look over at the steamer resting next to the register.
例のあれ、一つください。毎度。
Mizuka-san grins and opens the steamer. She takes out a passion fruit bun from the top shelf. They even look scary. Do you see that? It's bright red. A fruit native to the subtropical regions of the Americas. The fruit is about 5 to 6 centimeters in diameter and turns red when ripe. However, the fruit's flesh is only partially ripe, so the most common way to eat it is scoop out the pulp with a spoon and eat it along with the black seeds. Come on, Kaito. Pretend like you don't know they've been promoting this thing as new for at least 4 years now. It's a local delight only available at this location. Sure, it sounds nice on paper, but reality is a cruel mistress. This little thing is lethal, known by many as the Destroyer. It emerged from somewhere far worse than hell. Passion fruit in and of itself tastes pretty great, but as soon as it's in a bun, oh boy, something went horribly wrong. I hesitate to call it food. I heard that Mizuka-san's father is the man behind the monster, but did he ever taste test this thing? It tastes disgusting. The steaming thing Mizuka-san hands me smells ever slightly sour. For some reasons I can't explain, I tear up. Every time I eat one of these, my appetite gets annihilated for the rest of the day. It would be great for any girls on a diet. Great way to make diet food. Kill your appetite with the shittiest thing you can think of. That's why I'm about to eat one of these.
It's something so bad you won't think about food for a while.
Yeah, that's why I'm about to eat one of these culinary disasters. It's so I can collect some information. This is a trade-off. I make peace with myself as I open my mouth wide and jam the thing in. The warm and slimy texture of the fruit pulp and the bun's grotesque appearance. A sour flavor that overwhelms the sweetness due to its warmth. The more I chew, the more tears and snot come flowing out from the holes in my face. At this point, I can barely breathe. Actually, I think I might be choking. Even so, I force the beast down. If I don't finish this thing, I won't get what I came here for. Mizuka-san watches my distorted face with her usual grin. She's definitely enjoying this. I can already feel the stomach acid working its way up my throat. I somehow managed to hold it down, swallowing the mass in my mouth. Without wiping my tears, I grab a skull from the beverage section. I guzzle it down without paying for it. I silently place 200 yen on the register counter and take some time to recover from the hell I just experienced. Up until a few years ago, sodas used to cost 150 yen, but the economic recession hit hard. A tough price for a student. I'd have died if I hadn't drank that just now, though. Actually impossible.
ま、いいさ。湖協定成立だ。
Okay. There's a special agreement that Misuka-san and I have between us. As you can imagine, it was named after the horrific terms that I have to uphold in order to get info. Misuka-san is basically my info broker. She's socially savvy and works here every day, so she gets to casually chat with faculty and students alike. Since she has all sorts of connections across the island, her giant social circle means she's well informed. And so, Misuka-san secretly provides me with info she gets her hands on. It was originally Misuka-san who proposed that I eat one entire passion fruit bun in exchange for info. The locals all know how awful it is, so nobody dares to drop any cash on him. Its poisonous aura alone keeps tourists away. And yet, Misuka-san's dad still stocks them every single day. It's apparently hard for her to get rid of them.
欲しい情報いいな。何が知りたい？秋の3サイズ？
She knows those
ど
too.
うせ貧相なサイズだろうし、どうでもいいよ。知りたいのは
A wave of nausea washes over me. I hold it down, take a deep breath, and try to calm myself. There's an awful burning sensation in my throat. Normal passion fruit shouldn't be this deadly. What the hell did they put in this thing? Maybe it's something like when the fruit steams up, it releases like poison or some shit.
知りたいのはロボ
It's
クリ
like,
ニック
you
の
know.
ロボドクターのこと。
ああ、あの頑固じいさんか。それなら秋の方が詳しいんじゃない？
毒の弱みとかそういうのが知りたいんだよね。パーツ代を思わず値下げしちゃいたくなるようなそういう弱み。
Misuka-san slaps her knee in amusement.
あのじいさんを脅して商品を値切ろって？そりゃ傑作だ。大した度胸じゃないか。また秋のために一肌脱ぐわけだ。
Sharp as attack. She's just as tricky to deal with as Misane.
そんな大層なものじゃないよ。でもまあ何事もスムーズに進んだ方が自分に降りかかる火の粉も少なくなるでしょ。
It's not like I'm doing this to make Akio happy or anything like that. I'm doing it for me! I'm a selfish, horrible person! And you can't catch me being nice for even 5 seconds! Because I will explode! Because I'm a teenage boy, and my existence is predicated on the fact that I do things that older people don't like! If I'm not a miserable, angry little piece of shit that's always irony poisoned and doesn't care about anyone or anything, then I can't live. Kai, probably. He's deep in the copium. He is drowning in it.
つまりそういうこと。
貝が秋の何なのかわからなくなってきて。
Don't get me wrong. It's not that I don't like Akiho. I really think that we're of one in body and soul. When I say I don't have faith in her, I mean that she's unreliable. Plus... Oh, that's... Okay. I see. That's the sister, right?
Yes, the sister.
Yeah, but when she was younger.
Wow, we're calling it.
No, I mean she's wearing a uniform! You fucking idiot! I can't... A long time ago I was tasked with this mission. All I'm doing is fulfilling the promise I made that day.
もしかしたら保護者のつもりなのかも。俺、アキちゃんにとってのミサ姉の代わりみたいな。
やっぱけなげだわ、あんたって。秋に対してもミサに対してもね。
Misuka-san lightly punches my upper arm. She's snickering in amusement.
Snicker, 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 snicker.
Hihihihi.
情報はいつ頃もらえる？
手に入ったら連絡する。なるはや。だろ？
よろしく。
I suppress my gag reflex and exit the store. Blah. Lunch break the next day. I'm on my way back to the classroom after a quick bathroom break when my tablet starts to ring.
電話受信。もしもし。
湖協定の件だけど。
水香さんか。何か分かった？
ああ、突き止めたよ。孫がいる。
孫？へえ、そうなんだ。そういえば毒の家族って謎だったけど。
カイやアキと同学年みたいだけど。3年1組空手部の大徳純知ってるかい？
I sure do.
マジ？去年クラスメートだったんだよね。この前もちょっと話した。
その子の母方の祖父があのじいさんだし。おじいちゃんってのは孫のお願いには弱いもんさ。あとはわかるな。しっかりやんな。
He's just gonna make the daughter go like, oh please, please. This music is on for you. Only took her one day to find something. The trip through passion fruit hell was worth it. So she's his granddaughter, right? Yeah. Tweepo. Any tweepos? From Robot Doctor. Robot Clinic. New parts are in. Batteries and chargers from Ogawada. Got a good amount of them. Also got a rare 09 free-core speed sensor modular. A very rare product made by Kaisertech. First come, first served. Seriously, there's too many cheaters. This is never ending. What? Played 20 minutes 2-1. I thought I guess I'm doing well this morning. Maybe I'll ask my uncle Miyazaki for money for the next New Year's show. Next New Year's now. You sure you're okay? You did something bad last night? It did. Might be the key to losing weight. You're still hungry even when you're out of cash. What is life? Make your food at home, please. So basically, we gotta get Daisoku Junna to ask her Gramps to hand over the parts for free. Would Doc ever say yes to such an insane request, granddaughter or not? I can't even imagine this playing out so simply. This might just end up biting us in the ass. He's hard-headed, so it's likely that he'll get upset and say, how dare you use my Junna-tan, and bam, banned. Either way, I should fill Akio in. What she does with the info is out of my hands. My role is merely to show her the path. Whether she walks that path is entirely up to her. Akio's eating lunch alone when I deliver the news to her. She immediately jumps up from her chair. The president is a lost cause. She's off in her own delusions where things could never possibly go south.
なんでそんなすごい情報を知ってるの？
風の噂を耳に挟んだんだよ。
へえ、全然知らなかった。ドクター大徳さんじゃ名前も全然違うし。
Yeah.
とにかくこれは
But
突撃あるのみだね。
They did say on the mother's side, so that's her maiden name. Hit the doc's name. Akio swiftly closes the lid on her half-eaten lunch and heads toward Daisoku-san's classroom next door. Let's go! Chubbity chub chub! Go! Ow. That hurt. Can I check her Tweepo? I can't check her Tweepo.
Nope.
Sad. Daitoku Junda is in class 3-1, the one next to mine. I stealthily peek into the classroom. Daitoku-san was one of my classmates when we were second year, so I know what she looks like. She's short, baby-faced, and looks like a middle school boy. Is this just like the read on her?
Wow.
Like, why is everyone saying it? She's in the karate club, but she's the only member in the entire school? The clubs at this school are fucked, what the hell?
Yeah, I know, right? Like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, Daitoku-san's family runs a karate dojo. If I recall correctly, she's been a martial artist since she was little. But due to regulation... Yeah, what?
It's an island, right? Kind of
yeah.
And stuff. How many kids do you think attend this school?
I don't know, maybe a few hundred.
Right?
Like, okay.
So?
Well, for some completely unrelated reason, I was actually looking up high schools in Japan.
Because you know how many are abandoned, like.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is I was looking up high schools around Japan, specifically in like bigger districts, and there was this one academy that I looked up, which was about 600 students across all 3 years. So it's about 200 something
Wow.
per year. But considering, I'm probably figuring that the school has at most 3 schools per year. Now, Japan school classes are a little bigger. It of course depends, but let's just be generous and say that there's 30 students in each class. That would make it just shy of 300 total, like 270. That would be my guess. My guess would be between 250 and 300 students total. And that's only if the classes are full.
Which is a big if.
Yeah, that's a big if. But due to regulations set by Inter-High and Nationals, she can't enter any competition solo. So I guess the school made the club on paper so that she can compete. I hear this type of workaround actually happens in other minor sports too, so her situation isn't all that uncommon. Anyway, that same Daitoku-san is in the middle of chatting with her friends by the window. It kind of makes sense, like, if you think about it that way. Like, that they basically did a loophole because there was no one else to join the club, and since karate isn't really a team sport, really, like...
Yeah.
They
also,
just
club in itself has no cost.
Yeah, exactly. So they're just saying she's just a club in name in order for the just bare minimum to participate in stuff. Is what they're saying. When I call out to her, she gives me a fairly surprised look. Undeterred, I smile and wave her over in a friendly manner. Eventually, she shuffles over hesitantly. She's so cute, though. Why are they being so mean to her? Like, she's just a little bean. Leave her alone. I feel so sad that everyone in the narration is dogging on her for no reason. It's very mean. They're really just sitting here like, she looks like a middle school boy. Like, come on. Be nicer. I'm sorry. I'm just pointing it out. I just find it, like, kind of funny. I got Daitoku-san's hands out of pure joy. Her hands were smaller than mine, almost like a child's. Can you stop? Even though she's a girl like me, my heart skips a beat at how adorable she is. I can't believe she knows karate. Okay, I see. She's here for the bisexuals. That's what it is. Or maybe Akiho is just a disaster.
ちょっと頼みたいことがあって。何かな？私にできることだといいんだけど。ロボクリニックのドク、藤田さんのこと知ってるよね？
Daitoku-san's expression freezes, or at least that's what it looks like.
親戚でしょ？あれ、違った？
After a moment's hesitation, Daitoku-san slowly begins to speak.
親戚だけど。
Oh boy.
だよね。間違いじゃなくてよかった。それって藤田のおじいちゃんに聞いたの？風の噂で。風の噂。で、大徳さんに頼みたいことっていうのは、特に身内価格でパーツの値段を負けてくれるようにお願いしてくれないかなって。
She's just so straightforward. I would be so ashamed to ask someone this.
Listen,
she has no shame. She has no shame.
She does not understand what shame even is.
No.
身内価格？
She's like, what does that mean?
ほら、身内のよしみみたいなものってあるでしょ？大徳さんが頼めば、きっとドクもコロッと OK すると思うんだ。お願いこの通り、ロボ部を助けると思って。ちょっと待って。
When I put my hands together in prayer, Daitoku-san grasps my arm flustered. She takes me to a less crowded hallway.
急にそんなこと言われても困るよ。おじいちゃんに頼むだけでいいの。ダメ元のお願いだから値引きできなかったら諦めるし。でもロボ部がピンチなんだ。特にパーツ代を払えないと部がなくなっちゃうの。お願い、スコール1本おごるから。そんな、その頭上げて、セノミヤさん。
I can't figure out if Akiho is just like completely playing this straight if she's being manipulative.
Yeah.
I can't figure it out, but I feel like she's too stupid to be manipulative. I don't think she has it in her. I can't.
She doesn't understand what even it is. Like,
Yeah, exactly. Like, I feel like she's too genuine of a person. But still, she's like pulling along this girl who's very easily influenced because she seems like she's a people pleaser and a bit of a doormat.
She just has no assertiveness at all.
Yes. Daito-san fidgets like he wants to say something.
無理かも。
Can't say I was expecting
大
that.
徳さんの親戚のおじいちゃんに会いに行ってちょっと話してもらうだけなんだけど。
Daitoku vigorously shakes her head back and forth.
私できない。
There's something there.
もしかして毒が怖いの？
Oh, that makes sense. Are you telling me his own granddaughter is this scared of him? Oh, maybe if we meant their relationship? Come on! Work with the times. I mean, Doug is the stereotypically stubborn craftsman type, and his taste in music makes him seem like a punk. I think I can understand why Daitoku-san is frightened by him.
私そのもう何年も藤田のおじいちゃんとは話してなくて。だったらこれを機会に仲直りしちゃえばいいんだよ。別にいいかなって。なんで？仲直りしたいんだよね。
Most people would want to patch things up in a situation like this, but it seems like I'm way off the mark here. Daitoku-san hangs her head low as if she's uncomfortable.
今は大会前だからあんまり集中乱したくなくて。とにかくそのごめんなさい。あと今の私の話藤田のおじいちゃんには言わないでね。大徳さん、うちの話を聞いて。
When I try to stop Daitoku-san from returning to her classroom, someone's hand lightly pushes me away.
ちょっとセノミヤ、純奈をつけ回すのやめなよ。怯えてるじゃん。
そうだそうだ。ダメダメロボットと関わったりなんかしたらろくなことにならなさそう。
They're the two girls who were chatting with Daitoku-san earlier. They position themselves like they're guarding her. I mean, from their perspective, I can see why they would be a little upset.
純奈は次の週末に国体予選があるんだから邪魔したら私らが許さないよ。
瀬宮さんはヤシオくんとイチャイチャしてないよ。
キスしたいなら俺とゲームで勝負しなよ。みたいな。
That's funny. He would so say that. It's funny because she's real.
別に大徳さんをいじめようとかそんなつもりじゃないよ。待ってみんな。
Daitoku-san intervenes despite the tense situation. Then, with tears in her eyes, she looks my way.
ごめんね、瀬宮さん。私、瀬宮さんの頼み聞いてあげられないの。だから諦めてほしいの。本当にごめんなさい。
There seems to be some shit going on.
瀬宮、純奈のこと泣かした。
ひっど瀬宮さんひどいんだ。
The teenage banter is so real. How can I not back down after that? I seriously didn't think she'd cry. Even though I didn't do anything, I feel really guilty. She's just not very smart. Hello! Every time. Refers to the National Sports Festival in Japan. Every year, the competitive sporting event hosts ice skating and hockey in January, skiing in February, and track meets from September to October. One must be a third year in middle school or above to enter. The competitors are split into 3 groups. Adults, Youth A, second or third years in high school, and Youth B, third year in middle school or first year in high school. Inter-high. Short for the Inter-High School Championships, also known as the Inter-High School Sports Festival or the Interscholastic Athletic Meet. A massive sporting event held between multiple schools that have been hosted in a rotation of different prefectures every August since 1966. It's under Akiho's heavy breathing replaces the loud music after Doc cranks the volume down.
ドク、こんにちは。
わーきゃとうせえ小娘だな、ったく。
That face. The music was way louder than her though, huh? Pretty sure I just heard Akiho's internal screams while I was thinking that. I'm with her on this one. Listening to music for that loud for so long would bust up anyone's ear. I wonder if Dog is feeling it.
で、金は用意できたのか。前も言ったが、一切負けるつもりはねえからな。
Oh yeah, it's one of those chargers. Makes sense why it's expensive. Wow. You get all this Kampupoor stuff.
Kampup.
Wow.
用意したよ。来年のお年玉と来月と再来月のお小遣い前借りしたんだから。
In the end, her plan to get Daisuke Junda's help ended in failure. And since neither I nor Michi pitched in, Akiho paid for it all on her own. That's our president. I'm so proud of her. Fuck you. Which brings us to the present, where Akiho's regretfully staring at the cash she just pulled out of her wallet.
それと AC アダプタ。送料なしの税込みでちょうど8000だ。
はい。
Akira reluctantly hands him 8 bills with Hideo's face on them. Doc tries to take the cash, but Akio refuses to let go, keeping her fingers tightly pinched around the bills.
何のつもりだ？
せめて1000円だけ負けて。
ふざけんな。プロを侮辱すんじゃねえぞ。
ドクのごうつくばり。
Akio's final Hail Mary to obtain a discount has no effect on Doc, surprising nobody. After snatching the cash away without a hint of a smile, Doc hands the battery pack over to Akiho.
アフターサービスはタダだ。何一つもねえだろうが。なんか不具合があったらいつでも言ってこい。
He might be a scary old rocker, but he's actually pretty good about this sort of thing.
それとテストボードもくれてやるよ。
He pulls out a palm-sized circuit board from his drawer.
サーボの動作テストをすんだろ？
え、いいの？
こんなもん100円もかけずに作れるからな。ただしプラグは自分でつけろよ。電池も自分で用意しな。
わざわざうちらのために作ってくれたんだ。
これがプロの仕事ってもんだ。分かったか？
さすがプロ。この店で取引しててよかった。
Says the person who just called him hard-headed. And just like that, Akiho's mood has skyrocketed. She seems really happy with Dog's little bonus.
じゃあ、あとはバラしたのを組み立て直すだけだね。
まだだよ。必殺技も考えなきゃ。
No! Just do your job!
まだ諦めてなかったの？
諦めるって何を
？We're gonna fucking sock her in the face. Everyone in this game is so annoying!
Yeah.
We need someone with a brain! Please! Anyone!
What? You mean manual for Aki?
必殺技。
How is it wired?
Why is it so
Why is this wire
smooth?
loose? Why is this wire loose? Is this supposed to be connected somewhere?
I'm just thinking about that cat screaming at the smooth brain. Why is it always smooth?
もちろん実践で使えるようなのないかなっていつも考えてるんだけど、なかなか思いつかなくて。変形機構を前提にしたら今日中にひらめかなくちゃアウトだ。
Give up! Well, I guess she can do whatever she wants, just as long as she doesn't shoot herself in the foot. Although I know for a fact she's gonna struggle over this, I can just picture her regretting her decision. I can already hear her yelling, I should never have put in such a dumb feature! The image of Akio turning bright red and stomping over to me to ruffle up my hair is clear as day. Of course. I ran into Daitoku-san as I exit the restroom. Daitoku-san fidgets as she tries to shrink away from my line of sight. Why is she so scared of me? She's gotta be stronger than I am, considering she's in the karate club. This makes it look like I'm bullying her. I quickly survey my surroundings in a panic. Luckily, Daitoku-san's two friends from the other day are nowhere to be found. Men with a relief. If they were around, they'd just turn us into a big fuss for no reason.
Daitoku-san, この前はごめんね。結局ドクにパーツ代を負けてもらうのは無理だったよ。いいねで買わされた。
I make sure my tone is as positive as possible.
あ、いや、別に大徳さんを責めてるわけじゃなくて、ドクとは長い付き合いだし、値段についてはうちも納得してるんだ。なんとか代金も払えたし、それに今になって考えてみると、あのおじいちゃんって身内だろうと絶対に値下げなんてしてくれなさそうだよね。そうなんだ。お役に立てなくてごめんね。いやまさかあそこまで拒否られるとは。ドクのこと苦手って言ってたよね。なんで？やっぱり怖いから？
Daitoku-san remains silent. Ah, crud, I made it awkward again. I probably shouldn't have asked her that. Why do I gotta be such a big dummy? Akio, read the room! Just because we were classmates last year doesn't mean Daitoku-san and I are particularly close. Of course she'd never answer such a personal question. I desperately searched for a new topic to change the subject with.
ところで大徳さんって空手部だよね。そうだけど。
I mentally fist bumped myself after successfully turning the conversation around.
実は今必殺技を開発中なんだけど、なんかアイデアくれないかな。いい案が浮かばなくて。必殺技？さあ、このぐらいの大きさの。
I illustrate the height of the 40 centimeters tall robot with my hands.
ロボットで今度東京の大会に出るんだ。そのロボット用の必殺技。空手と何か関係あるの？
I proceed to give her a brief rundown of the rules of a Robo 1 match. I go over the one-on-one duel format in a 2-meter square ring as well as how ring-outs and knockdowns decide the victor.
重要なのはね、いかに相手をダウンさせるかなんだ。
Uh-huh.
へえ。ね、空手で何か使えそうな技ってないかな？
Daitoku-san starts fidgeting again, rubbing her thighs together.
どう？私、お手洗いに行きたいんだけど。すぐ済むから、ちょっとだけ考えてよ、ね。
After my desperate pleading, Daitoku-san stops and gives a small reluctant nod.
例えば、足払いとかになるのかな。足払いできるほど、うちらのロボって関節多くないんだ。
It can squat down, but in order to do a leg sweep, it needs to extend the leg forward and spin from that stance. For that to happen, another joint, in other words, another servo motor would need to be added, and we don't have time for that, sadly.
ちなみに、大徳さんの得意技って何？得意技？そうそう、参考までに。
She's really putting a lot of thought into this. Does she have that many moves under her belt? I've been using mecha anime as the basis for what I know about special moves, but maybe real martial artists don't use them? Ah, not really. I sent in Daitoku-san shrugs her shoulders and speaks with a bitter smile on her face.
ない？いやいや、さすがに一つくらいあるでしょう。自分の中で一番得意なのっていうか、実戦でよく使う技っていうか。私、あんまり強くないから、技使う前にいつも負けちゃうの。
Aww.
そうなの。
Daitoku-san replies is straight to the point. How am I supposed to respond to that? I slap my left cheek a couple times and take a breath.
だったら実戦用じゃなくていいや。あくまで大徳さんの中で得意としてる技でいいよ。
Daitoku-san goes quiet and fought again, then tilts her head. I guess nothing's coming to mind. Maybe asking Daitoku-san wasn't such a good idea.
じゃあほら、あれ、型って言うんだっけ？それでもいい。型の中だとどんなのが一番得意？ 型だと、あえて言えば、スーパーリンペイかな。お、
Super Limpei.
スーパー。
No!
I
Yeah. I wanna fucking kill her. Just like, sometimes I just wanna smother her. She could be so annoying. That's actually the very sexiest words on the planet list.
でも瀬ノ宮さんの想像してるスーパーとは意味が全然違って、中国読みで108って。大徳さん、そのスーパーリンペイには相手をうまくダウンさせるような動作は含まれてる？そうだな。こうで、こで、こうだから。
Daito-san starts to go over the kata sequence. She closes her eyes, slightly moving her body to her mind's image. It's gonna be good.
先にお手洗いに行ってきても?
Crap, I held her up for way longer than I meant to. Of course. I apologized and let her go immediately. 3 minutes later. Daito-san exits the restroom and gasps when she notices me waiting outside. I pick up where we left off.
使えるかどうかはわからないけど、前蹴りとかどんなのかちょっとやってみてくれるかな。ここで?
Daito-san looks around with a troubled expression on her face. Since this corridor is away from the classrooms, foot traffic is low, but even then the bathroom area has someone come by every once in a while.
スカートだとちょっと。大丈夫だって、一瞬だけ。ね、この通り。
After I put my hands together and beg Daito-san's size.
だからこんな感じで。
Without taking a stance, she swiftly kicks her left leg up into the air. While she looks insecure in a lot of ways, her kick is sharp and accurate, or at least that's how it looks to me. Plus, it even looked like her leg suddenly stretched out halfway through the kick. I'm genuinely impressed. Just fucking clapping like an idiot. I can't with this girl. Ah! Wow! So annoying. Meanwhile, Daito-san desperately holds the hem of her skirt after it flips up during the kick.
今途中から急に足が伸びなかった？最初は膝を曲げたままで、膝をこの高さまで。
Daito-san holds her hand up to the height of her belly.
開けたところで前に向かって蹴り出す感じなの。2段階ってことか。ちょっとうちもやってみていい？見てて。
I lower my hips and take a stance. I try to mimic what I just saw by raising my knee up and extending my leg, but I end up wobbling off balance. Before I know it, I'm on my butt with my left leg still sticking out in front of me. Daito-san rushes over and fixes my skirt before anyone can see. But I don't care about my skirt or if people can see up it. Something that I did just now. I've got an idea. My butt is still firmly on the ground, but my left leg is extended and my right knee is bent, and I'm perfectly balanced. Oh, come on, why doesn't she get it? Ah, forget it. As long as I see it in my mind's eye, it'll be fine. I don't need to explain this to Daito-san right now. I've got to get my thoughts together before school ends. I'm just leaving. Goodbye. I'm going on Twitter. Transforming is the definition of romantic ideals. Having money is amazing. Poor thing. Tien SC Sanomiya. Last night, my younger daughter was in the living room, striking a weird pose with one of her legs up. What should I do? I'm a little worried about her future. Fumiko Tanegashima. Oh my. Sounds like she's doing well. All that our son does is play games like the moms. Yeah. No, this is... No, it has to be... Or is the dad? Right? Then it's the dad, this one, Sanomiya. Because it's not... It can't be Misa. Because they're talking about the daughter.
It's not the sister.
So it's the dad or the mom. I'm unsure which one. Could be the dad, could be... No, probably the dad, because he was the one who was into robots and shit, right? Definitely the dad. Right? Am I going insane?
No.
Okay. And then this is the mom replying to Seno dad, basically.
Huh? 急に何さ
Yesterday evening, Akio suddenly said she came up with a special attack and went to the clinic to buy some cheap parts. Today she's finally supposed to get started on rebuilding the press, but as soon as I poke my head into the room, she starts
も
talking.
ちろん回も知ってるよね。頑張れるの第1シーズン5巻収録の第13話に出てきたよ。
No! Why would he? Akio was linking the press's 24 servo motors to the test board and using the battery to make sure that they move.
そうだっけ
I have absolutely no recollection of what she's talking about. She's forced me to watch Gone Viral multiple times, but even I'm shocked at how little I remember. Oh, what a mood.
それに昨日大徳さんから教えてもらったスーパーリンペイの前切りを組み合わせたの。
スーパーリンペイって何
空手の型。強そうでしょ。
名前はね実際に見たことないからわからないけど
その前切りからヒントを得たんだ。スライディングキックみたいなものかな。ポイントはこれ。
Akio shows me a small caster, not even 3 centimeters in
これ
diameter.
を種子島新さんに取り付けるの。うちの考えならそんな大改造はいらないはず。すごくシンプルなプログラムをちょろっと加えるだけで一撃必殺の大技になるよ。
That's where you make your mistake. We'll just
By
put
adding
in this
simple program.
Yeah, I was about to say it. That we're just adding a small little
person-
simple program. Ooh.
Person has no idea how programming works, talks about it being simpler.
びっくりするぞ。
Yeah.
何しろ防御不能。当たれば絶対にダウン。
If you have no principle on basing how something works, you cannot call something simple or complicated.
No.
Like,
よし。全サーボのテスト終わり。よかった。全部ちゃんと動いたよ。新しく買う必要はないみたい。
Lune,
予算厳しい
you
割
just
には
built a simple rocket and you know.
Yeah.
考えずに買っちゃうんだね
When you want to hold off on that until the servo motor test was finished, just in case anything needed
い
replacing.
や実はちょっと順序間違えちゃって。でも結果オーライってことで。
By complete and total luck, but sure.
ちなみにネジとかちゃんと保管してるなくしたりしてない
So the many screws that keep the press together are small. Losing track of even one would be disastrous. She'd finished putting press together only to find leftover screws, so I end up not having enough, that kind of thing.
カイってなんだかんだでこのオーバーホールのこと気になってる？
単なる老婆心だよ俺はアキちゃんのこと信用してないからね
Yikes.
それ笑いながら言うセリフかな。
He says, How about I fucking smack you in the face with your fucking tablet, you piece of shit?
赤っ端からのようにスタートラインに立てる
I can get really mad on stream for the dumbest shit.
終了なんてアキちゃんも一緒
But I guess that's what you guys are here for. Me ranting at kids being dumb. That's my only redeeming quality, yelling at video game characters. After delivering my warning to her, I go back to focusing on Kill Ballad.
やめてくれよ
No, stop it! Don't do that! Stop it! Akio ruffles at my hair yet again. And to make it matters worse, she did it while still holding a servo motor, so my hair gets tangled up in the gears. Why would you do that? Of course, when all is said and done, I make her remove the motor herself. I mean, that's her fault, yes. Night comes quick on the island. That's actually a nice kind of vibe. Once the sun goes down, the scenery rapidly fades into the darkness. Unlike a city, the island's countryside doesn't have many places with their lights still on at night. Honestly, there's nowhere to go even if you stayed out late. That's why students like us normally go home before sunset. At the very least, I've only ever stayed at school this late, 7:30 PM to be precise, once or twice. Yeah, because the sun comes down really fast in Japan just in general. That was something that really surprised me and kind of fucked with me for the first while. Because it's in the middle of the summer, and at 7 PM, it'll just be pitch dark. And you'll be like, I just ate dinner. What's with this? Because here, in the summer, It's currently 9:46 p.m. It's not dark yet. Like, not fully dark yet. The sun is, the sun isn't out, but the sky is still, like, blue.
I mean, we're literally reaching the point where it will be the longest very soon.
Yes, but I'm saying this is in, like, the Japanese summer, which is, like, the height of that. And the difference between day and night is just not that big in Japan. Like, yes, it does get dark.
Being an island, being very south of it.
Yes, for sure. So their days are a lot, like, more regular, and therefore I was so fucked up by it when I came from late, I think it was, like, mid-August, Denmark to Japan. Because it was just very warm, very sunny, and then it was just dark. Immediately. It was very strange. So that is one thing you need to consider. But there's so many, like, when you're in the city, there's so many lights out that you don't notice. Like, you don't. Until you come to a place that doesn't have street lights and you're like, it's fuck-ass dark here! Most of the lights are off. There's probably a few teachers still around in the faculty room, so it makes sense for the lights to still be on, but they don't reach the courtyard. In the distance, I can barely see the lights coming from town and the cars driving about. The moon's up in the sky. It's pretty round, but it's not quite a full moon. And to the north, the direction of the new airport, the sky oozes red. The aurora is in full swing yet again.
Aki-chan,
This time of year?
Yeah. In this place? At this time of day? Akio was still doing her assembly work. She finished the servo motor tests a while ago, and now she's putting the screws back from Wednesday game. Why did you have to say that? Why did this race have to show up? What was a game? With only the robotics club's desk lamp to guide her, she immerses herself in her work, her brow covered in sweat. She looks like an engineer. Even I can see her extraordinary zeal. She continues to work carefully as she says that. I shrug my shoulders. I'm tired. And sit on the lawn in front of the classroom. I'm Akio's watchdog after all. If Akio's gonna keep working, I'm sticking with her. It doesn't really bother me anyway, to be honest. Though that isn't to say I plan on lending a hand or anything. Akio lets out what sounds like a scream of terror and starts panicking. The light in the crammed room bobs up and down. She's probably using the desk lamp to search for the screw, but I can't say I'm real confident she'll find it in that darkness. Michi, your delinquent club advisor, appears with a flashlight in hand. He's even less interested in coming to club than I am.
そりゃ顔も出すさ。いいかお前ら。知らないなら先生が教えてやるから、よく聞いてしっかり記憶に刻みつけるんだぞ。今は7時半。とっくに下校時間だ。生徒は7時までに帰らないとダメだと校則で決まってるんだぞ。豆知識な。
だってさ、アキちゃん。
でもネジが。
諦めて明日探せば。ネジは逃げたりしないだろうから。
嫌だと言ってもこの俺が校門から放り出してやるぞ。いいか、それはつまりだな。ライオンが子供を崖から突き落とすような意味だったりするわけだ。
Why is he like this? Akio seemingly gives in and leaves the club room behind her. Wanting to preserve the interior exactly as she left it, she carefully closes the door.
あんまり無理しない方がいいよ。
分かってる。大丈夫だよ。今日もちゃんと帰れそうだから。こんな時間まで付き合ってくれてありがとう。
テスト勉強か？感心感心。ロボワンも大切だが、学生の本分は学業だからな。
There's the test. They forgot. For just a moment, the air around us freezes.
どうした？
期末テストっていつからだっけ？
まさか来週？
そうだぞ。その勉強で残ってたんだろ？違うのか？
I totally forgot! Looks like Akio's in the same position as I am. She's gone pale, her entire body shaking. If you started cramming now, would we even make it in time? Suddenly, Akio clutches my shoulder. There's a forced smile on her face. I can tell because her eyes have totally glazed over.
Kai, いっそのことを諦めよう。テストを。
マジ？
っていうか、裏切らないでね。ね。うちら同じロボ部でしょ？そうでしょ？死なばもろともだよ、カイ。
Well, it's not like me nor or Akio ever did particularly well on tests anyway, so are we set to fail? In any case, Akio continued her strenuous efforts alone as the Robotics Club's brave president. Like, I hate when you got two S's in a row. It's so hard to say. She used the entirety of her day off on Saturday and finally finished reassembling the prez. No. I'm going on Twitter. Robotics Club making hobby robots reminds me of about 9 years ago. Wait, or was it 8 years ago? Free-range chickens are so good. Drinking sweet potato shochu with free-range chicken for lunch is amazing. Still, I can't eat free-range chicken all the time since it's too expensive. Nice easy for a PE teacher doing exams. It's so annoying. Scal replenishment. I can't read this as anything but the Danish words.
Yes.
It's so bad. Yes. Arrived at school and the night duty teacher is here. And we shall pick up the phone! I'm bored. Delusion time. Okay, school transform into a robot now. You watched an anime like that recently. How I got influenced. You should go get checked out. That sounds like some delusion a guy would come up with for a kid. The clock turned into a face, right? Yeah. I already told you that on the phone, come ASAP, club president, orders! Akiho makes exaggerated sound effects as she presents the honorary press to me. He is quite cute. He's a cute boy. I'll give them that. Right? I feel like he's kind of cute.
テスト前日の貴重な休みに何やってんだか。
それは言わないや。
Oh shit, but oh! Okay, I kind of see what we're going. Okay. I kind of see her vision. I see what she's getting at. She wants the robot to like kind of like fall on its butt and then just sweep under the competition, right? So they fall. Right? I feel like that's what she's trying to do. Just my game theory though. The only real change to the robot's appearance. What?
Let her cook.
Yeah. The only real change to the robot's appearance is the tail-like protrusion on its butt. It's attached to a caster. This appears to be the mechanism to the special attack that Akiho mentioned before. Infinite cash and time. Now there's a wish that'll never come true.
ネジはちゃんと足りた？
足りてるよ。そんなポカはしないって。余ったりもしてないし。
それはよかった。で、組み立て終了記念のお披露目式とやらはこれで終わり。
About an hour ago, Akio called and woke me up at this ungodly hour, saying, "I've got an announcement to make, so please make sure you come by school today."
お披露目式は終わり。これから稼働テストをします。大会まで残り1週間だからね。この1週間でバグ取りと操縦方法に慣れるためのテストプレイを徹底的にやり込むの。
Rebel 1 spends 2 days, next Saturday and Sunday. Honestly, I don't know if I should be annoyed there's only 1 week left or happy we still have a whole week to go. Whatever, I'm not gonna stress out over it.
来週はテスト週間でお昼までに学校終わるから時間はたっぷりあるよ。
アキちゃん、勉強する気ゼロだね。
勉強してる場合じゃないもん。
Akio sticks her thumb up and grins. Yep, this is game over. Either way, she's decided to do her operational tests in the school hallway. I guess I'll watch while playing some Kill Ballad. Akio holds a large controller in one hand and carefully reads the manual spread out on the floor of the hallway.
そのプロポやたらとスイッチついてない？
Why does it have that many? That's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Yes.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Lune,
Yeah?
the programmable one usually, yes.
Yikes, dude. The thing's
Because they are not
covered.
designed for a specific one, but they just cover much
Yeah.
more.
The thing's covered in dust after being in storage for a decade. It has 2 control sticks and more than 10 different switches on it. Fuck me.
Because it's all programmable, that's the thing.
Yeah. As a result, it looks a hell of a lot more intimidating than the old controllers that came with RC toys. Oh yeah, for sure, okay.
Because they are designed to do, specific stuff.
Yeah.
So you can, and the design controls just for them. This
Yeah.
has a wide range of use.
Yeah. Akio probably confirms that for me if she looks up from the manual.
お姉ちゃんがね、操縦しやすいように独自の方法を編み出した話って知ってるでしょ？
そうだっけ？
その神がかった操縦法を見て、当時のロボワン出場者の人たちはどこを抜かれたらしいよ。
Akio takes a deep breath and blows on the controller. She can't help but cough as a cloud of dust from the controller bursts into the air around her. What did she expect? This is what happens when you try to do things the quick and easy way. She should have wiped it down first.
マニュアル見てるだけじゃ始まらないよね。実際に動かしながら操縦方法は覚えていこう。カイ、ちょっと手伝って。
手伝ってほしいならキルバラで。
もう、種子島新さんを少しだけ立たせておくだけなんだから、そんなこと言わないでよ。
Fine, I guess I can do that much. I nod and Akio hands the press to me. It's actually pretty heavy. Now that I'm holding it for myself, I can tell that it's heavier than it looks.
両足を地面につけて立たせておいて。
I do as I'm told and stand the honorary press up in the hallway. However, it can't stand like this on its own, so I support it by holding its shoulders. During this time, Akio flips the power switch on its back to on. The press looks like it shudders for just a second. Accompanied by the sound of spinning motors, it straightens its back out and corrects its posture.
やった！動いた！カイ、もう離していいよ。
When I take my hands off of it, the press stands up gallantly. It's like he's a completely different robot.
今のどうやったの？
電源を入れるとね、全部のサーボモーターの歯車があらかじめ決めておいたホームポジションに戻るの。まあ、要するに自立できる姿勢ね。
I figured it had studied the terrain and then automatically adjusted its posture to stand up on its own. That's a little more complicated!
準備完了。
Akio looks at the honorary press and gives it a satisfied smile. She readies the bulky controller in her hands.
じゃあいよいよ種子島新さん発進せよ。
Akio's hands begin to fiddle with the controller. The honorary press takes a step forward with its left leg. I gotta admit, seeing it walk is starting to get me a little excited. The honorary press takes another step with its left leg. And the left leg again.
左足しか動いてないけど。
Which means it's just rotating in place with the right leg as its axe. This looks so comical.
あ、そうだ。間違えた。今度こそ。
Okay. This time the right leg moves. Then the left leg again. Right leg. Left, right, left, right.
どう？ね、歩いてるよね。
ちゃんと歩いてるね。さっきのは何だったの？
間違えただけだってば。
Left leg, right leg, right, left, right, left, left, left. The left moves a little, then the right. It's not walking all that well. How bad at controlling it do you have to be to make it move like this?
タイミング取りづらい。
I stand next to Akio and watch her finger movements. Yeah, he's like, once he sees it in action, his gamer brain is just like, hand it over! Hand it over! I can see the wheels churning in his brain right now. That said, they're relatively simple. She's alternating between pushing the left and right control sticks upward. I guess each stick corresponds to a leg.
手はどうやって動かす？
手はね、ちょっと待って。
Akio stops moving her hands and looks at the manual on the floor.
切り替えスイッチはと。そうそう、これ。
She appears to search for something on the controller before flipping a switch on its back.
スイッチで切り替えると、こうして。
Akira returns to the two control sticks they were manipulating Tanegashi machine Sun's legs earlier. Only now the honorary press's arms are linked to their movement. They move up, down, left, and right. Ah, okay. I can see now. I can understand a lot more about why all of those like little flips are there. It's a switch. If it's mainly to switch between different parts and modes, it makes a lot of sense that there will be a lot of buttons on it, right? And I actually think it's better to do it with like switches than to do it with buttons, because then you can keep your domain engaged, right? Like you can keep your thumbs engaged on just the movement sticks, and then the rest of the hands can go to the other stuff, right? Which is a little more conditional. To be honest, the movement tracing is pretty accurate, so it's impressive how freely the little guy can move around. The only problem...
その操縦方法だと手と足は同時に動かせないんじゃ。
そうだよ。
Yep, she says.
これがロボワンを震撼させた画期的な操縦方法なわけ?
Oh, he's incensed. How did Misane manage to win like this?
わかってないな、カイは。みんなが震撼したのはこんな操縦方法なのに、お姉ちゃんはすごい動きで戦ってみせたってところ。
So she won in spite of its faults, is what you're saying. You realize how doomed you are.
私も実際に見たことあるけど、本当にすごかったんだから。
This ain't gonna go how she thinks.
両方の指がね、もう止まってる瞬間はないんじゃないかっていうくらいずっと動いてて。あとプロポからずっと音がしてた。スイッチ切り替えの音、カチカチカチカチって。2本のコントロールスティックと全部で14個のスイッチを状況に合わせて見事に使い分けてたの。言ってみれば種子島新さんの操縦はお姉ちゃんにしかできないスーパーピーキー仕様だっていうことだよ。
Does she realize what she's saying?
なるほどね。
I definitely agree that Misane is the only one who could make this thing work.
アキちゃんはそのスーパーピーキーなプロポを使いこなそうと、そういうわけか。
それはこれから練習して慣れていくんだよ。
本番って来週だよね。
来週だよ。
無理だね。
When I point that out to her, Akio hangs her head.
大丈夫だよ。1週間あればお姉ちゃんレベル
Like, you have to wonder what the hell is going to happen to you know?
I have a feeling that at some point in this, Kaito's just gonna be like, fuck that, give me that thing.
Yeah, but like even then, like.
Yeah, like I know. I'm just saying. When she raises her hand, she seems more spiritual than she was before. Yeah.
Also, you need to remember that, sure, but like he will still need to learn it. It's very slow reaction, you know. For
Yeah, but like he starts out this game by flaunting his reaction time so much apparently that they say he's cheating. So I'm just saying that maybe in real life it's not realistic for him to like just pull up with that and win. But I'm saying this is a game, and they're lampshading a specific quality of Kaito's that has not been brought up even once, aside from the cheating allegation, since. And I'm just saying that I know how stories work!
No, that's not about that. It's about what is like. Because I don't think that solves anything.
I know, but this is by the power of anime and magic, you know? Something like that.
Yeah, but...
Here we go again. Ridiculously optimistic as ever. But see, even for a fighting game player like me, it'd take like a month to get a feel for these controls. True.
Yeah.
It'd be faster to change your controls to something easier for Akio. If it were me, I'd have it play like KB. Needless to say, I don't tell Akio any of this. She can do whatever she wants. It isn't my place to interject.
それよりかい、見て見て。こないだ話したやつ。うちが今回独自に種子島新さんに組み込んだ必殺技。
Like, also, I'm just saying, right? And it's just me. I can see, like, I can feel where the dialogue is gonna change on subsequent runs. Right? Because, like, I mean, there has to be other endings, right? So, I can just see how things might go differently. I don't know. Akio wears a proud expression on her face, then presses the red button on the controller. The honorary place suddenly blends forward. Yeah. I see where this is going. Maintaining that pose, it falls backward onto its butt.
倒れちゃったけど。
ここからだよ。
Oh.
いっけ
Yep.
Is that anything?
Then still in the same pose, and blasts forward.
I love this scene.
Yeah.
Like it actually benefited from being from us.
Yeah.
超高速、超威力のスライディングキックになるわけ。不意をつけるし、うまくやれば相手のパンチをかわしてそのままカウンターにも持っていけるよ。名付けて種菓子アクセルインパクト。
それパクリじゃん。
いいの。
She's right. It doesn't really matter. More importantly,
あれ、いつ止まるの？
the honorary press just keeps charging along down the long hallway. No!
まずい。カイ、止めて。
どうやって？
追いかけて。
おいおい、止まる仕組みついてないとか。
止まる仕組みなんてつけたら複雑になっちゃうでしょ。
Okay, so you can.
Aki thinking one step.
I was about to say it's a great move, but you can only use it once. I was also pretty curious about the special attack thing because Akio kept going on about it, but I guess I only have myself to blame for expecting anything. Picture is looking more and more like a pipe dream. Look at him go. Oh, he's running. Akio continued practicing for the rest of the afternoon. I quietly played Kill Ballad while she struggled with the controls. Needless to say, no studying happened. And just like that, several days passed by since Akio began her operational training. Final exams are already half over. I think it goes without saying how Akio and I have been faring on that front. Supplementary exams, huh? This sucks. After exams today, Akio once again hits the club room to train. She ends up spending hours at the work table. She hasn't improved at all. Akio was never dexterous to begin with, and Misane's custom controls aren't something just anyone can use. But hey, that's been pretty obvious since Sunday.
アキちゃん、そろそろ7時になるし、今日はお開きにすれば。ずいぶんお疲れだね。
そうかな。
目のクマがひどいよ。
おっと、それは恥ずかしい。
Her bashful expression is less spirited than usual. Akio takes a deep breath and puts the honorary present controller in the carrying case she found in storage. Akio's been taking the press home every day to practice. Yikes.
帰ろっか。
いつも何時ぐらいまでやってるの？
I say that to her as she's locking the clubroom door.
徹夜。
寝てないってこと
？1時間くらい昼寝してるから平気だって。あと、実はテスト中も。
答案用紙を白紙で出すとかしてるわけ？アキちゃんかっこよすぎでしょ。
白紙にはしてないよ。ほとんどわかんないけど。
I've got no room to talk. I'm in the same situation as her.
夜はちゃんと寝ないと体が持たないよ。
大丈夫。若いんだからなんとかなるって。
若いとかそういう問題じゃなくて。
I get the feeling she's trying to dodge my concerns, so I grab Akio by the shoulders and stop
分
her.
かってるでしょ。アキちゃんは無理はしちゃいけないんだ。
そうなんだけど。
焦る気持ちはわかるよ。でもさ、俺だってアキちゃんにいつもついていられるわけじゃないし、体調管理は自分できちんとしてもらわなきゃ。
ごめん。
Akio looks dejected as she offers up a sincere apology. Like he has his moments. He has his moments. But her face looks kind of pale, not a good sign.
じゃあ、今日は帰ったらちゃんと寝ること。
テスト勉強しろとは言わないんだね。
After reaching the parking lot, I turn to face Akio as usual.
ね、大丈夫？
Ask the usual question. Her usual answer doesn't come. Today's different. Oh boy. Akio weakly shakes her head back and forth, her face still pale. It doesn't take long for me to understand the situation. I immediately have Akio sit down where she's standing. I wonder if the nurse is still there. Oh, the nurse has gone home. At least I got a good thumbnail. I was wondering if I could get a more... I was wondering if I could get a better one than the robot.
You hoped.
Yeah, I was hoping.
How dare you ditch the...
Well, I was thinking of using the one when she was working on the robot. She tries to force a smile, but her brow is covered in a layer of cold sweat. Aww. Akio puts out her hand and I hold on to it. What a gamer-ass watch! Gamer watch! Gamer watch!
999 watch.
What?
Looks like 999 watch.
It does! I think that's why my brain is like, gamer watch! She tightly grips it. Before long, her expression disappears from her face. Her eyes are open, but she's not really there. She's not actually looking at anything. Her breathing gradually grows deeper and heavier. All the strength leaves her body as she slumps over. I hold her shoulders to support her. She's like the honorary press when it runs out of power. I idly look up at the indigo sky as I compare the two images in my head. Once this happens, it doesn't matter how much I call out to her, Akiho won't answer. But this is normal, she has attacks like this regularly. That said, it's rare for them to occur with such perfect timing. There's only one way to treat this. You'll have to wait until she gets better. After about 5 minutes, she'll naturally recover. Thus, there's no need to panic. I mean, it kind of sounds like she might be having a panic attack and or a seizure. I'm not about to be like, don't be scared. She just disappears. Like, I'm actually pretty sure that there, I mean, I'm not like the expert on seizures, but I am actually pretty, I'm pretty sure that there is actually a type of seizure that occurs where you're basically like dissociating. So like basically just like you aren't quote unquote there. Like this kind of reactions, like I don't know. Like I guess it's not necessarily fatal, but I wouldn't necessarily say, oh, there's no reason to like have any kind of concern. That's a little too far in the other end for me. Because they aren't necessarily deadly, but at the same time...
The reality doctors can't figure out what it is, but it doesn't kill you, so they're like, eh.
Yeah, exactly. Like, that's what it feels like here, right? It's like, they don't know why she has these attacks or how they happen, but it's like, there's clearly something going on. Like, come on. I've seen her have these attacks for years now, so I understand how to deal with them. By that, I just mean holding on to Akio and supporting her. That's all she needs and all I can do for her. I let go of Akio's hand, and in this place I put the pink stuffed toy hanging from the tablet at her waist. Then, still with a blank expression on her face, she starts to squeeze and fiddle with the toy in her hand. The little stuffed toy she always carries on her is the perfect size to fit in the palm of her hand. It's gone all dirty and colorless, mainly because she always squeezes it tightly during attacks to remain conscious. That's right, Akio's still conscious. The only way I can really describe this condition, these seizures, is an attack. Yeah, exactly. It is a seizure. I'm glad the game actually points that out. It is a seizure. At this very moment, while Akio was spending 5 minutes in reality, she's perceiving it as 1 second of time. I know this because these attacks aren't anything new, plus Akio always tells me about them afterward. 5 minutes of reality gets compressed into 1 second of perception. In essence, it feels like time is moving super fast for her. Meanwhile, for the people watching her, it's like she's moving in slow motion, like a zombie or something. Elephant mouth syndrome. That's the scientific name that doctors have given it, but Akio and I call it FF. FF is short for fast forward. You know, like how video players have fast forward and rewind buttons. Yeah, it is kind of a thing, right? Like, depending on the quote-unquote size of a quote-unquote animal, they can actually perceive time differently.
Yes.
Yeah.
The perception, because perception is everything.
Exactly, like perception is kind of tied to kind of the speed, and that was also why that was actually a similar thing that they did with 999, right? Like that like illness that basically made you perceive time differently and it made you go
Yeah,
absolutely
because, like,
fucking insane.
because that's the thing when you see when you would have a perceptual giant, right?
Yes.
You look at him live.
Yeah.
For you, he will look like he's moving very slow.
Yeah,
But
but to him,
he's actually moving extremely fast.
yes. For him, yeah. It gets confusing
No,
because
just
yeah.
in general. Not even for him. Just in
Yeah.
general. Like,
Yeah. You know, like how video players have fast forward and rewind buttons. It gets confusing because of all the different perspectives between Akiho and everyone else. But we keep it simple by calling it FF from Akiho's viewpoint. These attacks aren't something she was born with. It was part of that fucking incident. They're the after effect of an accident that happened 8 years ago. Ever since that day, Akiho and we've been afflicted with these awful attacks. Oh, he goes through it too? Okay. They tend to occur after we put strain on our bodies, things like staying up all night or exercising too hard. That's why I always tell her not to push herself. That's why I always ask her how she feels before she drives her scooter. That's why I go with her if she's heading to school, even on days off.
yep.
And that's why I'm a member of the Robotics Club. Exactly, because, like, even if these attacks, like, themselves aren't dangerous, the fact that her body just goes completely limp.
And having somebody that understands what's happening to her.
Yes, yes. It's basically like having a medical supervisor, essentially. If something happens to Akiho, I need to be there with her so I can look after her. And the same goes for me. My symptoms are a bit different from Akiho's, but I still have to deal with the same after effects. My attacks are bad enough that they actually require someone to look after me. So in that sense, you could say that Akiho and I are both supporting each other. The reason we're always together at school isn't just because we're both in the Robotics Club or childhood friends. It's so we can deal with these attacks as they happen without causing problems for other people. We'd love to hurry up and get better, but there's no cure for our particular condition, so we just have to deal with it. Which means that in order to protect ourselves, the very least we can do is support each other.
Like you have like with every single one, you have to wait. What's special about the Protex, right?
Yeah.
In those games, and yeah.
Like use learning modes, but doesn't form any words. Like I knew because they've been kind of like bringing it up, so I figured that it probably had something to do with that fainting incident that they like both had some problems.
Yeah, there's
the
like
parking lot is
foreshadowing here and there, and yeah,
exactly. The parking lot is slowly being blanketed in the darkness. If someone happened to run into us now, they probably think we were two lovebirds messing around. Anyhow, I call Akiho's mother and ask her to come pick her daughter up. The attack only lasts 5 minutes, but the numbness of the body lasts much longer. She shouldn't be driving. After the call, I have nothing to do but wait for Akiho to recover. I take a look at her face. Her expression looks like a no mask's. Empty eyes, slightly quivering lips. Sometimes she ends up drooling, so it's actually kind of a problem. There's one time when she totally soaked my shirt. Jeez, this idiot. That's why I told her not to push herself so hard. She's already constantly rushing forward when it comes to the Robotics Club, and now she wants to add Robo 1 on top of that? Fixing the honorary press, staying up all night to learn its complex control scheme. Akiho's that desperate to protect the Robotics Club and make her dream a reality. But I'm not blameless. I saw her walking that dangerous line and didn't warn her as much as I should have. I fucking shouldered some of the burden, how about? You piece of shit. Maybe I should... I'm sorry, but the fact that he doesn't see the really obvious other thing that he's been doing this entire time is it's kind of getting me. Maybe I should have forced her to stop.
Every time you say stuff like this, I just imagine Pearl from Ace Attorney getting angry at Nick.
Pearl, but swearing like a sailor. Should I have helped her more? Yes! You should have helped her more! I don't know. I don't know, but...
I don't know the audience, should I?
Yeah, supporting each other, huh?
Oh my god.
I guess I have no choice. So I straighten out my thoughts and pull out my Pokecom to kill time playing Kill Bella.
El Psychongru.
Akiho says my name. Slowly at first and gradually faster, she blinks her eyes then speaks again. Strength begins to return to Akiho's hand. She weakly grasps at mine. I guess it's been about 5 minutes. Looks like she hasn't recovered enough to stand yet. But still leaning against my shoulder, she nods a little and starts to slowly take deep breaths. She's told me that after an attack, she's so exhausted that she can't even walk.
もうすぐ迎えに来てくれるよ。
Because it also means that her blood flow slows down.
Yes. Like the entire, because it basically acts as if she's asleep.
And because there's not enough blood flow, everything goes numb.
Yeah. It's actually quite
how long
dangerous.
sometimes takes you to recover when you let go, fall asleep or something. How long it sometimes takes to recover.
But like it's even beyond that, because there's actually a difference between being asleep and being unconscious. And that's a thing that's a thing people talk about, right? When you talk about something like bed sores, they can develop within hours. And people are like, well, why don't you get a bed sore when you sleep then? It's because you are always moving. You are always moving. Even if you're asleep, you're still moving. Just a little bit. And that's enough.
And changing the pressure all the time.
Exactly. But that's the problem. If you're like fully unconscious, you can develop bed sores very, very easily, very, very quickly. It's actually really scary. That's why there's that thing in the hospitals. If someone is in a coma, someone has to go flip them over every hour or so, so that doesn't happen. Because if they lay down on pressure at the same time, then yeah. And bed sores are no joke. Like, nope. That's like one of the most serious things that can happen.
Imagine getting a nasty blister but all over your body.
Yeah. It's scary. But let's not get into like the specifics of that because it's gross. Do not look it up.
じゃあ、はい、オペレーター。
Wow, she's using that. She's totally freaking.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the moment of weakness for Kai. I need to.
What a low blow. She's really asking me that at a time like this. How unfair can you get?
Can't say no.
Yeah. Aki opens her eyes wide.
Do you believe him?
I don't.
Is that a second part of this sentence?
If you beat me. Yeah.
今回は特別。
Okay.
そっか。でも、
But
ありがとう。助かるよ。
ただし条件がある。
Okay.
Yep.
何？
ミサネ仕様の操縦方法は俺でも無理。だから、キルバラみたいな操縦方法にしてよ。
Yeah.
How?
How? Akio cocks her head like she doesn't really understand what I'm saying. Just then I hear the sound of a car horn coming from the school gate.
Honk, honk.
That might be her mom. I lend my shoulder to Akio to help her stand and we slowly make our way toward the front gate.
Like,
after handing Akio off to her mother, I drive home alone on my scooter. I end up stopping at a neighborhood park along the way to stretch my legs. Oh boy, I see the tower. That's the same tower, right?
you can go to Irua.
I think that's the same tower.
Yeah.
Minami Center Community Center. Danger! Do not answer! What? It's a community center, dude. Uchingaoka Park. A park where you can watch the rocket soar. Overseer Minamitane Planning Division. Can I? Nope. I can't examine that. But I can. The H2 rocket monument. The first 100% domestically produced liquid fuel rocket successfully developed by NASA. In operation from 1994 to 1999. Hey. No shadows hiding in the bushes. I see. The park is poorly lit, so it's pitch black. The red aurora in the night sky stands out even more as a result. Up until 4 years ago, it was possible to see Tanegashima Space Center rocket launches from here in Uchigaoka Park. The park has the kanji for space in its name, but it isn't exactly that cosmic anymore. All it has to offer now is a dog walking trail. Half the stairs up to the viewing area have rusted away. When I was in grade school, there was a do not use sign displayed in front of them. The go-kart track in the Minamitane Community Center at the park have been abandoned for over 10 years. Even the newer one they built near there has been shut down. But despite that, or rather because of that, this is my favorite spot even now. At night it's completely silent, nobody comes here. Plus it's close to my house, not even 5 minutes by scooter. Here I can sink into the darkness with nobody around to bother me, just me and some quality time with Kill Ballad, of course. There's something mysterious about it. My nerves get sharper than usual and I can focus better when I'm here. I come here when I want to get some serious play in, like when I'm pushing for the #1 spot. I sometimes chat with people from Tokyo when I play. They rag on me for only winning because I play in quiet spots. In Tokyo, they still have these mythical holy sanctuaries called arcades. I guess it's common to have crowds watch you play. Same with tournaments held overseas and stuff. A gallery of thousands of people sitting in a massive hall. Everything is so loud you can't even hear the game. Players get up on stage and fight against their opponent who sits right next to them. I guess you're not a true fighting game player unless you can win in a situation like that. But as someone who barely ever leaves Tanegashima, what's that got to do with me? This is my playstyle and it's helped me climb up to the spot of 5th best in the world. I don't care if people hate on me and my strats. This stage helps me win. Anyway, time to get started. Or not, I get a call on my Pokecom. Who the hell is it now? Ugh. As soon as I answer, Akiho's loud voice resounds.
うちは落ち着いた。今家に帰ってきたとこ。ありがとう。そんなことよりさっき言ってたこと。
Akiho, you're too close to the camera and you're being way too loud. You never guessed this was the same girl who had an attack earlier this evening.
さっきって俺がオペレーターやってもいいって話？
それその時条件出してきたでしょ？
出したよ。キルバラの操縦システムにしてくれって。できそう？
いや、できないよ。でも、それすごいアイデアだと思うの。
Akio was crazy excited.
そんな発想全く思いつかなかったもん。格闘ゲームのシステムとホビーロボットの操縦の融合か。これノーベル賞ものの発明だよ。
大げさだな。
そんなことないってば。キルバラのシステム。
It's very difficult.
コントローラーはポケコンになるんでしょ？想像するだけでワクワクしちゃうよ。あと1年準備期間があればな。
But we don't. Including today, we have 3 days left. Plus, we gotta leave the island for Tokyo on Friday evening, so tomorrow is the last real day for prep. We're at a complete deadlock. There's nothing we can possibly do.
せっかくカイもやる気になってくれたのに。
Yeah.
別にやる気になったわけじゃないよ。またアキちゃんに倒れられたら厄介だから、それだけだよ。
それでもいいの。うちはカイの言ってくれたこと嬉しかった。できればあと1週間早く行ってほしかったけどね。とにかく明日と明後日で何ができるかもうちょっと考えてみるね。
Click, click, click.
I'm tapping the screen, but nothing happened.
Yeah.
Tap, tap, tap.
Sister Centipede. After I disconnect, I sigh to myself. Deep down, I kinda hope she just give up.
あいつのことだから諦めないだろうな。
I've been iffy about this Robo 1 thing from the get-go. It's obvious the VP is just toying with us.
メール受信。
Oh.
Huh?
This got weird.
What is this? Sister Centipede. The text is all garbled. Garbled. Considering it's just gibberish, I delete it.
キルバラ起動。
Time to get back on schedule. I boot up Kill Ballad. Even if we do make an appearance in Robo 1, there's no way we'd be able to win with Misane's control screen. It'd be humiliating to go to Tokyo, lose pathetically, and then come back to the island to see the VP's self-satisfied grin. Plus, the only way we'd ever be able to implement Kill Ballad's control scheme would be if we asked the game's creator. There he is. Yeah. Yeah. I get matched up with none other than Frau Kojiro. What's going on here? Talk about perfect timing. Still remember the joking attitude with which they accused me of being a cheater. Whatever. It's water under the bridge. I got nothing to lose. I know that now that Frau Kojiro doesn't use VC. While that's annoying to me personally, I can still use text chat. You know, in the actual match, I start typing on the touchscreen. It's also just annoying.
that?
I'm just trying to screenshot the combo. So I was thinking of trying to use Kill Bell as control screen, but the hobby robot I'm seeing robot. That's a ridiculous request. Could you show the Kill Bell as source code with me? Damn, that is quite the request. So for source code, the text written in a given programming language. This is what programmers read and write. Yeah. If it'll make me easier to trust, I'll happily tell you my identity. My name is Yashio Kaito, and I live in Tanegashima. I'm referred to Chuo Tanegashima High. Do you want my home address too? Giving away the source code to some random high school kid online would be the epitome of stupid. You'd basically be giving away your entire fortune. I doubt anything will come of this. Yeah. And as expected, Frau Kojuro disconnects from the lobby without saying a word. It must have really put them off. I think Frau Kojuro might be someone we know, but just my vibes. I gaze up at the night sky. I feel like I could see way more stars back in the day. But the crimson stain in the northern sky had made it pretty hard to spot stars these days. Tokyo's at a higher latitude than Tanegashima, right? I wonder what the aurora looks like over there. Okay. There we go. Almost. We are a little late. Oops. Well, it happened.
We are?
Kind of. Not really that much. It's fine. I just stream for however long I feel like, you know? Okay. Well, I hope you guys had a great time and a great Thursday.
Oh, yeah. Thursday? You mean Friday Eve?
Why do you say it like that?
What do you mean like that?
It's whatever.
Friday Eve?
Friday Eve? Yeah, indeed. Indeed, Friday Eve.
Friday Eve.
Friday Eve. Sure, we can raid Kaya. Who's playing Crypt Master, that's the word.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I'm interested in Crypt Master.
Because I can figure out who to raid. So I pick someone who seems interesting if I can't figure it out, you know? And I hope to see you guys on Sunday, where we will hopefully play Baldur's Gate for like actually this time. It's been a hot minute. And I hope to see you there. Thank you so much for joining for a great stream. And yeah, I will see you guys then. Love you so much. Good night.